Minnesota next week on the road. Gophers are off. Like, you want to get your guys out of there earlier in the...
Bad luck to ever think you're going to be in that situation.
What's wrong with you? What kind of question is that?
Damn torpedoes for every ball game. What were you going to say?
You trying to jinx Penn State with that question?
You want to play a...
The Big Ten on CBS brings us to Ross-Ade Stadium in West Lafayette, Indiana.
I live for the passion. Yeah. You know that I live for the passion. Come on.
They are not built like us. You are the more physical, the tougher team.
They are Penn State.
Ball throws back to Allen. Goes downfield. Warren, the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State.
As soon as that ball is kicked off, it is greedy, no mercy, attack.
Here come the Boilermakers.
Card throws over the middle. Pass is caught. Touchdown, Boilermakers.
November football in the Big Ten, where things really start to matter a little bit more as we hit the home stretch of the college football season. And the Home Depot Big Ten on CBS does bring us to West Lafayette, Indiana, Ross-Ade Stadium in our matchup. The Boilermakers on senior day on their home turf against the number 4 team of the country, the Nittany Lions of Penn State. So we take a look at the Big Ten standings updated to this very moment. Indiana and Oregon on top. Ohio State's dispatched Northwestern today to go to 6-1. Penn State is hoping to do the same here in West Lafayette this afternoon. Welcome, everybody. I'm Brad Nessler. My partner is a Purdue Boilermaker Hall of Famer, Gary Danielson. Jenny Dell on the field, Gene Steratore back in New York. Partner, we're hitting the last month of the season. Past years, Penn State has always kind of felt like the best man, but never the groom.
Yes.
And they never made the playoff. But now with the expanded playoff, they're right where they want to be.
Yes, after the Ohio State loss in past years, they were going, or Michigan,
right.
They were going like, how are we going to get there? But this year, no excuses. If they win out and they're playing teams that they have better talent, a couple of them on the road, though, in front of them, and then finish off with Maryland, they will be in the playoffs, and they will probably host a play. I'd like to be there.
Happy Valley.
For a Happy Valley playoff.
Might be snowing, might be cold. Two coaches as they met on the field earlier today, and you know, things go in different directions. You want to be a head coach in Power 4 conference. It's really good for the guy on the right, not so good for the guy on the left. Let's start with James Franklin. Right now, we spent a lot of time with him yesterday, and he feels pretty good about his team.
We asked him the first question, is there any way that this team could overlook a 1-8 Purdue team? We didn't even finish the question. He said, no way. We have a chance to get into the playoffs. We played tough against Ohio State, a game we could have won. He feels good about his team. They're getting healthy. They're getting better at positions that they think they can get to win big football games. Quarterback that's playing well. James Franklin feels great.
Ryan Walters not feeling so great. Very quiet in our meeting with him yesterday, but he's starting to build for next year already.
Yeah, they've had a really tough schedule, played every good team. I think that Notre Dame game that we were here for really sent them reeling. Maybe. They've got 2 big ones left. Michigan State at home, and then Indiana, and today Penn State. If they could knock off somebody, maybe a stepping stone for next season.
Let's check in. Third member of our team, Jenny Dell.
Well, battle-tested, that is one way to describe Purdue's 2024 season. You mentioned the Notre Dame game. If you look at their schedule in general, in the last month alone, they have faced Oregon, Ohio State, and now Penn State. That is 3 of the top 4 teams in the country. Now, due to that schedule, Coach Walters believes they should be the most prepared team in the country, also the hungriest. Guys, Notre Dame's physicality, Oregon's speed, and an Ohio State shutout, they all provided key lessons preparing the Boilermakers for this matchup today.
Yeah, they've seen it all, Jenny. You're right. Purdue won the toss, deferred. Penn State will get the football first. Nice day in West Lafayette. Not too bad. A little bit breezy, 55 degrees, a little bit of sunshine. 20th all-time matchup. Penn State has won 10 straight in this series. Ben Freehill set to kick off. Nick Singleton back at the goal line on the other end for the Nittany Lions. Mid-November football, here we go. And Penn State will bring it out to the 25-yard line as our lineups are presented by Wayfair. And out comes One of two quarterbacks we'll see for Penn State today, but he is the starter and the leader. Drew Aller, the junior, 18-4 record as a starter. This season, 16 total touchdowns.
And he's one of the guys that I think, is really coming on. He had high hopes of being a five-star player, started his career right here. Injury came into the game against Purdue, but right now he's becoming a more finished quarterback.
Doesn't make a lot of mistakes. When he started his career, went 311 passes without an interception. And here's the first throw, and who else? Tyler Warren, the tight end, got about 14 on the first snap. So surefire All-American right there.
Yeah, I'm thinking that since we're here, they're going to try to get him 17 catches.
They did at USC.
Absolutely. And we got Nessler in the booth, and we're just going to go to 44.
And he picked up 15 yards on the first play of the game.
They put him all over every formation out there. Now he's split as a wide receiver coming in motion.
Here's a pitch to Kaytron Allen. Off the right side with Warren blocking in front of him, and he picks up about 7. Let's take a look at the offensive line in front of number 13, Andrew Aller and company. There's how it looks up front as Penn State's going to go with a little bit of tempo here. We'll see both Singleton and Kaytron Allen. Nick didn't play last week, but he is healthy and ready to go today. Now we got a flag, and this one's going against Penn State. Ioane, the left guard, might have flinched.
False start. Offense. Multiple players moving prior to the snap.
That's what I would have said.
Everybody down. Drew Aller runs into one of his teammates coming on before the first snap.
He was on his way out there. It doesn't seem like a good omen.
No, it really doesn't. Abdul Carter was the guy that was coming off the field and ran into him. Second down, Aller in the shotgun. Plenty of time. Pumps and now takes off with it on his own. Got back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe got a yard out of it. They'll bring up third down. Third down against the Purdue defense. That looks like this. Defensive front. Will Helt's really been coming on as of late. Jenkins and Miller, the linebacking core, and the secondary that will probably be tested on this play. Looks like that. On a third down at 6.
And the biggest question mark that Penn State talks about their football team to be a championship team is, can the wideouts give them more?
That's what Coach Franklin was talking with us about yesterday. Let's see if they get a wideout here. The throws to the outside. It's the tight end instead. And it's a first down. I asked James Franklin, I said, is it because number 44 is so good that your wideouts don't produce more? And he said, no, that's not the problem.
It is that when you have a matchup out there that you love, and he's got him matched up against Smiley Bradford right there, a strong safety, that's just too easy, right?
And this guy plays everywhere. And we've seen all of this, the USC game, and today, and we'll probably see more of it in Minnesota next week. He's in the backfield right now. And Bo Pribula is in at quarterback, and he'll keep it, trying to get to the edge, and does for about 5. So we mentioned both quarterbacks will play, and when number 9 comes in, it's normally a run, but not all the time. There's his numbers throwing.
Offensive coordinator Andy Koldenicki, when we talked to Coach Franklin, he said one of the things that I'm feeling better about my team is Andy's more comfortable knowing how to attack with the personnel he's had.
Right.
As the season's gone along, he knows what he can do with each of his players.
2 tight end set. Warren is the motion man to set in the slot on the right. Second down and 3. Aller throws easily to a wide open Tyler Warren. Stumbled a little bit on his own, then hesitates and gets it down around the 6-yard line.
Yes, same matchup against Bradford. This time Bradford slips and falls. There's the matchup they love right there. A lot of space. It's man-to-man. Nobody plays more man. Oh, here he comes in motion. I'm sorry, right there is where he is.
Pick up a 27. They're going in a hurry here from the 6-yard line. And down around the 3 as a big swarm of bodies.
And of course, this is the area against Ohio State where they didn't produce the touchdowns that could have got them that win.
So So second down and goal. Kadron Jenkins prevented a touchdown on that run. 8th play of the drive coming up. Katron Allen in the backfield with Aller. They fake it to him, throw it in the flat, and brought down at the 2. Nice tackle.
Yep. Kendrick Leadlove that time.
Omar Evans.
Sticking with the motion. He's following them all around. He's got to go as fast as he does and then pick out a good angle, and he does.
So third down and goal. Extra lineman in on third and goal. This is where they had problems against Ohio State. They kept running it straight up the middle with number 13. Let's see if they give it to him here. They'll settle into a pistol set now with Katron behind Drew Aller. Aller on the roll, the throw to Allen. Easy walk-in touchdown. Katron Allen.
Yeah, and that time, I think Tyler Warren knew that he was the decoy on the play. He's just going to go inside, and he knows that to the outside, he's got to watch Warren right here. Goes inside and holds this player so that they can slip it out into the flat. Tyler Warren says, they'll be watching me. Hold him, hold him. He didn't even look for the ball on that one.
Cakewalk to the end zone for number 13. Capping a 75-yard drive to open things up.
And this has been more the same for the Boilers. Early starts, they have not been able to get on the board. Only 10 points all year in the first quarter, and 7 of them were in the opener against Indiana State.
Ryan Barker adds the point after Drew Aller throws his 14th touchdown pass of the year. Second receiving touchdown for that guy. 7-0 Nittany Lions. Stream CBS Sports HQ, your free 24/7 snapshot of all the sports that matter to you. Catch highlights, in-depth analysis, and breaking news anywhere you are. Download the CBS Sports app to watch today. Gary will join the HQ team after we're done here this afternoon. Boilermakers band trying to warm things up for their offense that's going to be taking the field momentarily. This season, first quarter, Gary mentioned this, has not been good.
Yep.
And that opening drive, Drew Aller 5 for 5 for 63 yards. Tyler Warren, 3 of those catches for 59 on a 75-yard march in the opening 5 minutes to score a touchdown. And their catch called for around the 3-yard line to bring it out to the 25. And our Wayfair lineups bring us the Boilermaker quarterback, number 1, Hudson Card. At the controls, his 5th season out of Texas. This year, 8 touchdowns, 5 interceptions.
And when we were here, you know, after that opening win and had to buy, Notre Dame coming in, I mean, Hudson was ready. It looked like they had found the answer in the passing game since then. And even changing coordinators, it's a whole new direction here with the pile up of those losses for the Boilermakers.
Hudson didn't play against Illinois or Oregon. Here's the toss. And a nice opening salvo there for an 8-yard pickup by Devin Maccabee.
I will say this, you know, the object obviously is to win, but the Purdue faithful should be proud of the way this team has continued to play. I put on that Ohio State game. If you watch Maccabee run the football and that offensive line, they played their butts off in that game. They just made too many mistakes.
Maccabee, after that run, is about 100 yards away from 2,500 rushing in his Boilermaker career. Picked up 8 on the first snap. Second down at 2. Card, quick throw, and a nice one. And a first down. And that's Max Clare, the tight end.
Yeah, Purdue has a tight end too, don't they?
Boy, they do.
He might not be first-team All-Big Ten. He might not be second-team All-Big Ten, Colston Loveland from Michigan. But he might be third-team and could be third-team All-American.
Just think of the tight ends we've seen, and you just named them all. Tyler Warren, Colston Loveland, and this guy.
He is a special player, Max is. Probably as fast as a tight end as you'll see.
Their leading receiver, 33rd catch of the year on that one.
Oh, nice deal. Kobe King that time, middle linebacker, made a wonderful play getting inside that slant. playing to the wide, middle linebacker, but getting to the wide side of the field and watch him get up there and deflect that one.
Oh, he almost picked it off.
Yeah, that was coming with some steam.
Yeah, that one had too much heat on it, or he'd have picked it off. Kobe, one of the captains of the defense.
Another one of those guys that I talked about in the open that is playing much better football now than the first 2 or 3 games of the year.
Second down and 10 for Purdue from their own 40. Claire in motion, settles in on the right side. Cards get some heat. Oh, down he goes. And this time it's Danny Dennis Sutton.
Yes, remember, there's no horse collar in the pocket. If it looks like it. Beats Marcus Bowe on the play, and they've got a pair of them.
Yeah,
we talk about Abdul Carter, but tonight Dennis Sutton is just almost a shade as good as him, one way or another, but you always have to account for 11, and then 33 makes a play.
Dennis Sutton's 3rd sack of the season. And Gary talked about Abdul Carter's got 8 on the other side.
On this one, you got to pay him as a Mike. A lineman has him.
3rd and 15. Here comes more pressure, and Carter's just got to get rid of it.
Yeah, the one thing when we talked to Ryan Walter, who's now running the offense, the head coach, he said you don't want to get in 3rd and long against these guys. No. Not at all.
And that was Tony Rojas that time putting on the heat. Coach Walter saying, hey, they were holding our guys. So it's punting situation for Keelan Crimmins. And Zion Tracy back deep for Purdue, Penn State rather. And they shift their alignment here, the Boilermakers. Crimmins just got it away.
It's going to
end up being a great punt.
Great punt. From disaster to perfect.
Almost had it blocked, and it ends up dead at the 7-yard line. There you go. Good job. Davian Collins is a guy that almost got it, number 29. Whoa, that close. And it ends up being 58 yards later inside the 10-yard line. Good punt.
Brisket is back at Chipotle. Season.
Penn State's opening drive, you can't ask for more than what number 44 gave of Drew Aller's 5 for 5 completions, 3 of them for 59 yards. The Tyler Warren 27 yards was the longest one. Had he not stumbled on this one, he might have scored a touchdown, but he did get him down goal to go, and subsequently Katron Allen put it in. That's where we are at 7-0.
Here's what I will say. No team in the Big Ten plays more man-to-man coverage so far than Purdue does. And you look at those tight ends right there. When you get that wide open as a tight end, those are easy throws.
We've had the pleasure watching all those guys, and they're all going to be great at the next level as well. You and I were talking before the game. You said, wouldn't Kansas City love him after Kelsey's done playing? I think Coach Reed would do pretty well with him. Allard, this time a loss of 2, but a completion nonetheless. It'll be 2nd down and 12.
Thieneman that time. Dylan Thieneman comes up, fills that lane. Having one of those years, you know, we might have saw him at his frustrating most, right? That game against Notre Dame. You always talk about, look at this crowd right here. For a 1-8 football team, if I'm a Purdue backer, I'm proud of how they support the team. And that's why the Purdue potential of this program,
right? Because
these fans show up.
Keep it on the ground, and it's Singleton, and Nick gets it out. A good gain. It's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Yeah, what a good job this time for that Penn State offensive line. Singleton, when he's healthy, he's been nicked up a little bit, but the job they do, and watch him kind of weave through here and find the right hole. Double team, stay with it. Nick Dawkins, Wormley, Don Cook, beautiful job.
You see what you did there with the nicked up?
Hey, we nicked it. Yep,
that's
right
a good job. Singleton, number 2 rusher behind Katron Allen.
Got the tackle over on this, unbalanced to the right.
The throws, a slant. Warren's got an easy 1st down, and he's out to the 24-yard line.
I think Andy Koldenik is doing this on purpose, because right now he's ahead of the pace
of the USC
game that we did. Right?
Remember when I said in the first quarter he might catch 20? And he only caught 17.
And I think they watched the game, and they go, we're going to go for 20.
Oh, man.
I might show you some wide receivers that might not be too happy.
That's true.
This.
That's right.
At least the guys I played with be shaking their heads.
He has all 4 of their first downs, too, by the way. Aller, a little bit of pressure, is going to throw it sidearmed over to his safety valve, and Singleton goes for another first down.
See, that's what I'm talking about, where Drew Aller has grown so much as a quarterback. You know, he's played well last year. He had great percentage. But this year, it just feels like he's so calm. Lost a little weight. We've seen him scramble in games. But look at this. He knows where everybody is.
Now he's going to keep it himself. And he does that better than people give him credit for as well. Let's check in with Jenny.
Well, you're talking about Drew Aller. He was talking about how he's just learned how to watch film differently this year. He used to watch with his dad, Kevin, but once he arrived at Penn State, he learned how to really dissect it. He credited his quarterbacks coach, Danny O'Brien, for exposing him to different concepts. He said thanks to that deeper understanding, he doesn't get freaked out when defenses are making adjustments in game. Guys, he gets to the facility at 6:30 a.m. every morning to start breaking down film for the week.
He's averaging about 3 yards more per completion than a year ago, too, so they're getting it down the field. That one happened to be a short pass. Now they go back to the ground game. And Nick Singleton brought down by Kadron Jenkins. Jenkins, one of the seniors that was introduced today on senior day. Georgia native, has played his whole time here, not a transfer, but came here to Purdue and said he could have gone someplace else, but he said it's Purdue pride. Now I'm getting my degree in December, and that means a lot to me and my folks, and he's been a good one.
Yeah, and they've switched him back to where he's more comfortable. He's playing more on the edge now than he was when we were here before, when he was playing middle linebacker.
3rd and a yard, pitch. Singleton's got the first down easy and into Purdue territory at about the 47-yard line.
So one of the things that Penn State does well here on 3rd and short, where you can take one of these little pitches right here. You see the tight end is faking the quarterback sneak, snaps it between his legs, between Tyler Warren's legs, and they've got an option. When you got it 3rd and short, Penn State has only had 3rd or 10 or more 16 times all year.
Wow.
Tied for Ohio State is the least in all of FBS.
Yep, that's staying ahead of the sticks. Aller, plenty of time, but now running out of it. And he still got away. And got a good gain. He's going to get a first down. Drew Aller out of trouble and past the sticks for a first down.
Now, we haven't seen Penn State play every game, but we saw that. Remember that 4th quarter drive that Drew Aller engineered, the 2 fourth-down plays. But you know what was just as big in that drive? He had a 9-yard scramble. He's a much better athlete with the football this year than he was the last, just kind of growing up.
Our AT&T pylon cam shows you going past the first down mark at a pickup of 14. Drew Aller, 20 yards passing, 19 running on this drive. Katron Allen back in. The pitch goes to him on the left edge. Katron Allen has got 1 touchdown today, and he was about 1 man away from scoring again.
There's not anything close to being stopped here by this Purdue defense.
Harrison Wallace, nice block out in front, number 6.
You just watch it. It's one of those designed. It's not really an option, just a design play. Blomley gets out there. Wallace is out there blocking in the secondary. Just beautifully designed and run plays, and they're having their way with this Purdue defense.
Almost everything has gone right except the 2-yard loss on a completion to Tyler Warren in this first quarter. Aller, number 15 from the 15, and a back shoulder throw to Tyler Warren. Touchdown. Wow.
Again, you'd think a matchup, a strong safety against a tight end, but this guy can make anybody look bad. Antonio Stevens cannot find the ball. He had the matchup he wanted, and why not go right at him? Here's the man-to-man coverage right there. There's Stevens. He knows it. Middle safety. He knows he's got man-to-man coverage. Just loop it up there, and Drew Aller start the game 9 for 9, 2 touchdowns.
And number 44 has caught a bunch of them already. Extra point coming up. Ryan Barker. Up and good. Penn State just not picking any play they want right now.
They're not sleepwalking.
They are not. Coach Franklin said, no, that's not going to happen. He was right. It's 14-0. A 93-yard drive capped right there to number 44.
boy, my doubts. You will see me at the top. This is the last time you won't remember my name.
Tomorrow, it's a can't-miss NFL on CBS doubleheader. Early game features a crucial AFC North matchup between the Ravens and the Steelers. Then, the most anticipated game of the year. It's a rematch between the Chiefs and the Bills. Now that's a CBS Sports Sunday. NFL Today will be on site, too. JB and the guys will be out with a Buffalo Mafia freezing their backsides off. Kickoff at noon Eastern tomorrow on CBS and streaming on Paramount+. There's a matchup of two of the best, Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen. Maybe it's nice in Buffalo. I don't know. I just said that because normally you'd think it's going to be cold out there.
This could drift their way just another day, right?
Could be. Nice here. 14-0, Penn State. This one fielded about the 8-yard line by Sawinski. Upended as he hit the 24. And that's where the offense will work. Offensive line, Gus Hartwig. He's another guy that's played his tail off here the whole time at Purdue from Zionsville, about an hour south of here. Senior playing his last game. Max Clare, we've seen what he can do at tight end spot. And Hudson Card brings him out for the second time. Now in a 14-0 hole.
Yeah. You're calling plays like, what do you do here? You know, you want to throw a little bit. It's kind of hard to run, but you get long yardage on second, you got to face that pass rush.
Going to give it to Reggie Love. Love on a counter, and good run by Love before he's run out of bounds by Jalen Reed from his safety spot. The Penn State defense has been pretty stingy this year. 8th in the country in scoring. Abdul Carter, we know all about him. Their leading sacker, Rojas King and DeLuca, the linebacking core. And the guy that just made the tackle, Jalen Reed, who's had 3 interceptions in the last 4 games from that spot in the secondary. Second down at 5.
DeLuca in the game for Rojas right here.
He's coming on a blitz, and they're trying to run past it, but they're not going to be able to. And did the ball come out at the end? No, I guess not. Alonzo Ford and Collins made the tackle.
I don't see. No, he was.
Nope. The guys were scrambling over the top of him. I thought the ball came loose. I guess it was just a tumbling lineman. Brings up 3rd down and 5. Boilermakers have not been good on 3rd down this year. 0 for 1 today and 33% on the season.
You got Abdul Carter again, middle linebacker. Last time he spied from that position. That'll be the assignment of Gus Hartwig right there. He'll have him.
Card wanting to throw, barely got rid of it, and incomplete. And they'll have to kick.
Yeah, you know, you get a first choice. That offensive line can hold up for your first choice as a quarterback.
Yeah, you start checking down.
Yeah, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
They brought a 5-man rush on the play. Carter's going to come to the outside this time. Goes inside, a little bit of stunt wide. That's it. You got to now make a decision.
DeLuca's the guy that got in his chest as he was trying to throw it to the sideline. That'll bring in Crimmins to punt again.
And Purdue, that was wishing so much for a fast start in one game, again, does not get it.
Crimmins sidewinds it, got a good punt last time of 58 yards. This one's going to be fair caught around the 28-yard line. 55 seconds remaining first quarter. Big drum, the biggest around. We'll bang the drum all day. Todd
Adam Zucker with this Jeep update. Number 20 Clemson trying to stay alive in the ACC. They saw a 10-point lead disappear at Pitt's senior day, but there goes Cade Klubnik for 50 yards. They hadn't scored in the second half until that scamper, the second longest of his career. They hold on at Pitt. Guys, back to you.
Dabo's scamper just about as good as Klubnik's. Here it's 14-0, and Penn State has done whatever they want to do today, and this guy can just pick his poison right now.
Yeah, last week against Washington, Penn State started out in their first 4 drives, 28-0, 7 for 7 on 3rd down. 2 drives, 14-0, 4 for 4 on 3rd down.
Oh, boy.
And the quarterback's 10 for 10.
That's a pretty good start.
Yep.
Katron Allen, the tailback, and the big fella Ioane in motion from the slot. And this one's incomplete. There's the first incompletion, and it's a drop. Billy Bob Thornton stars in Landman, the newest series from Taylor Sheridan with Demi Moore and John Hamm. Landman is a modern tale of fortune seeking in the world of West Texas oil. Stream it November 17th exclusively on Paramount Plus. It's going to be a good one.
Trying to think, like, what can Purdue do to change this thing up? You know, they've been matching up man-to-man. That has not been working. Purdue's not a great zone coverage team.
They've been trying to do a little bit more zone, but not accustomed to it. And another completion here to the wideout, this time short of the first down, but it's Harrison Wallace. He's the #2 receiver. That's his 30th catch of the year.
And the first thing they got to do is play the fundamentals. When we were here, their angles and tackling against Notre Dame were poor. If you're going to give up a hitch peg, come up and make the tackle. No yards after catch.
Bo Pribula comes in now at quarterback. A little switch up again, a 3rd down and 2, which would maybe mean a quarterback run, but we'll see.
Drew Eller's in the game, but he's lined up at wide receiver, bottom of the screen.
Pribula, the toss, and a nice job defensively to stop Katron Allen by Kadron Jenkins.
Yeah, and that's where Kadron feels most comfortable, playing the edge right there, coming down quick enough to get to the outside. Shakes away from the block that time from Drew Shelton and makes the play.
Leads Purdue in sacks and tackles for loss, and he just dropped Penn State short of a first down. They'll have to punt to start the second quarter. We played one in West Lafayette. It's all Nittany Lions so far.
Jets Late Night, sponsored by Kane University, Sunday after CBS News New York.
Home Depot Big Ten on CBS heads to quarter #2 at Ross-Ade Stadium in West Lafayette, Indiana. The Boilermakers at home, trailing 14-0. Punt coming up from Riley Thompson, end over end kick. And Sawinski fields it on a fair catch around the 24-yard line. Is team spirit in your blood? Prove it. You can join Abbott in the Big Ten in the largest blood donation competition in our lifetime. Sign up for the We Give Blood Drive today at big10.org/Abbott.
Just have the feel here that this Purdue offense, they've got to give the game. If they're going to make any part of a game out of this, so it's not another 35-0 wipeout, they got to put points on the board. They've got 8 plays so far for 16 yards.
And you saw that long run of poor offensive play. Let's see if they can pick it up here in the second quarter. There's a good run and a good start and a gain of 15, maybe 16, still going for Maccabi.
That's what I'm talking about. Get something going. They started off the game with a good run, and up front, Musa, Stewart, Hartwig, nice job clearing out and running behind that block from the backside guard. I think it was Wingfield,
yeah, it was.
number 55.
Exactly.
Beautiful.
Great seal-off block, and that sent Maccabi on his way to a 17-yard gain.
I got a feeling that Maccabi's going to be one of those guys that plays in the NFL, and you go, where did he play for?
That's right.
You watch him playing somewhere, they go, Purdue. Oh, yeah.
Out of Boonville, Indiana. Here he is again. And another pickup of 4 or 5. He was a walk-on in 2022, and now he's on his way to 2,500 yards in his career. Yeah, what round did they get that guy?
Yeah, whatever. He played in the NFL.
He'll make somebody a fantasy champion. And you look around, career active Big Ten rushing leaders, and he's in the mix. Along with Allen and Singleton, both here for Penn State. 2nd and 5. They're going to keep working it. See if it keeps working. And
pretty run.
Close to a first down.
It kind of skips the last one. Watch, he's going to go behind Stewart. Number 71 is going to get the key block, left tackle. Clears it out, and then watch him skip right there. Beautiful play.
He's been the Purdue highlight so far. See if he can get one more yard. 3rd down and a yard. if they go to him. He's been the hot hand so far here early in the second quarter. And second effort got him a first down.
Man, I think you're wrong. I think it was third effort.
Okay. I agree with you. There's first effort, second, and there it is.
Yep.
Jenny.
You mentioned Maccabee being a walk-on. He dominated his freshman season. One of the first things Ryan Walters did when he got the head coaching job was to award Maccabee a scholarship. We probably saw the viral video that went out, but Devin told me what we didn't see. Initially, he didn't hear Coach Walters call his name. He said it was dead silent for a good 30 seconds until Coach said, "Hey, is Devin Maccabee here?" And he remembers asking his teammates, "Wait, is he talking to me?" He was in total shock, guys.
That's great. And his backup, Reggie Love, with a good run.
So being here, you know, you think about when I played here and watching Maccabee run from that tailback position, Reggie Love. My last game here, I had a great one, Otis Armstrong.
Oh, boy.
That was our senior day when Otis Armstrong went for over 270 yards, I think, against IU in that game. But that's
a good senior day.
Yeah, that's a good for 2 games.
Love again and again. Takes some would-be tacklers with him.
Yeah, let's hand it to. Remember, I talked about is, listen, nobody's, if you're part of this team, is proud of their record, but if you watch them play, you have to be proud of the way they are finishing the season. Last week ago, Ohio State, again today, Musa, that time number 77 with a great block. You know, I mean, it was one of those seasons. Seems like everything that could go wrong did go wrong for Purdue this year. Yet the team has stuck together. That's something that Ryan Walters is very proud of.
All runs on this drive, bringing up a 3rd and 1, and they got an extra lineman in, assuming they're going to run it again and try to keep moving the chains here. From the 39-yard line, under center. And
that didn't look right, did it?
No, it's probably going to be 3rd and 6 instead.
Timeout, Purdue.
We took a timeout.
Great timeout.
It'll be extended for immediate timeout.
So 4 minutes into the second quarter, a timeout saves them some yardage. We'll take the timeout along with them.
Get $6,500 total bonus cash allowance on 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee Overland and Summit models. See your local Jeep Grand dealer today.
Penn State up 14-0 here in the second quarter as we take a look at our Discover Conference update. Big Ten standings. Indiana and Oregon alone on top. Ohio State beat Northwestern today earlier. Penn State trying to keep pace with the Buckeyes. So look at the rest of the standings. And Purdue, unfortunately for them, 8 straight losses. And on the bottom of the Big Ten standings of the 18 teams. But they've got a drive going here that they would love to keep going. 3rd down and a yard. Hudson Cord's going to keep it himself, and he got it. First down.
7-play drive, all runs on this drive. Trying to slip the back. Maccabee out to the flat, well covered by Penn State. And then the quarterback card said, well, that's not the way to slide.
No.
But you can't slide on 3rd and 1. No, I'll say that.
You got to stick it in there, and he did.
And it was Jalen Reed, I think, that had the tackle or was recipient. He's stunned there a bit, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
And he's been one of their best players here the last 5-6 games.
Second team midseason All-American. I mentioned earlier, 3 interceptions in the last 4 games, and he had the first tackle of this game. And now on that tackle, he's the one that got the worst of it.
Yeah, it was almost as if, I wonder if he got hit by the, yeah, it's just the shoulder kind of tweaked him there. I don't know if it was he's dazed or what. Hudson Card slows down, but Tony Rojas does not.
No. Reed, the leading tackler on this team, and he's going off under his own power. And his teammates coming over there to give him a hand, so maybe he'll be back. Hopefully he will be in this game.
Now remember, Penn State early in the year lost one of their key safeties, KJ Winston, and the play of Jalen Reed has really stepped in well for this football team.
Purdue with 3 wideouts in there, but they have done all of this on the ground so far with Devin Mockabee. This time the throw is complete, and it's Claire, the tight end, down the sideline, cuts to the middle, and he's got it 1st and goal for the Boilermakers. Max Claire, big play there for Purdue.
Yeah, and enough time, Hudson Card bought enough time for Claire to use his speed to get to the other side of the formation. Watch him as he catches it, and this is what is so exciting about Max Claire. Great athlete. Another one of those tight ends. I mean, they're everywhere now in college football, aren't they?
Yeah, he's a good one. And he picked up 29 yards to get him down. That's their 5th first down. 4 of them came on this drive. Two tight ends set here on 1st and goal at the 7. Mockabee spins his way to the 5. Nice tackle by Tyrese Mills, who came in for Jalen Reed. Made the stop.
Yeah, watch Mills. I think he's right here. Watch him fill into the play. Sees it. Mockabee one-on-one. That is not an easy tackle. Uses his arms, though. You know, those DBs come up and they try to block tackle. That's when you miss.
Again, they throw a 3 wide receiver grouping here on 2nd down and goal at the 5. Edrin in motion. Card looking that way. Sidearms it to the corner. Out of bounds. Flag down.
You know, I wonder if the receiver was fooled by the double black in the back of the end zone right there.
I'm going to be honest with you. I was.
Right.
Because
So
Morissette's going, I got plenty of room.
Exactly.
No, I don't. That's the pylon in front of me.
Yeah, you know, that edging of black there kind of camouflages where the end zone is. And if you're not a veteran, and Purdue hasn't been in the end zone a lot.
That's right. Incomplete pass. 3rd down.
Now, even on the Tyler Warren catch earlier, I was confused a little bit by the double paint.
And I think he's taking an angle where he says, I'm good, and then he goes, no, I'm not.
Oh.
When you look down and there's a pylon in front of you.
That's not a good sign.
Right.
There was a pylon behind him, too, but that's in the green part.
Yes.
Yeah, and A.J. Harris goes, you're out of bounds, man.
Well, and
oh, boy.
Remember, A.J. Harris and Morissette were both at Georgia.
That's right.
So they probably know each other.
Their end zones were painted different. 3rd down and goal. Card. Trouble coming. Had to get rid of it. Incomplete.
And Purdue has to put points on the board here. They did that against Ohio State, and they missed the field goal, right? But I think they can't have a successful drive and come away with nothing here.
When they had that 3rd down and 1 back around the 47-yard line, you said, don't kick a field goal here. But now this is a different situation.
I think you get 3 tries from the 5 and you can't make it. I think it would be deflating to come out here with no points.
And so on 4th down and goal, Ben Freehill in for a 23-yard field goal attempt. And it's up and good. So a long drive, good-looking drive by Purdue, and just one miscue that we think, because of the painting in the end zone, might have changed the complexion of that whole drive. They settle for 3, but they're on the board. 14-3, Penn State's.
Hey, on the mountain, we've got a saying.
Stream news while you enjoy the game. CBS News, New York.
Tonight at 7 Eastern over on CBS Sports Network, Ashton Gentil leads the playoff hopeful Boise State Broncos, the number 13 team in the country. They're taking on San Jose State. Rich Waltz, Robert Turbin, Amanda Guerra have a call for you coming up at 7 Eastern tonight.
Our old friend, Kenny Niumatalolo, is the head coach there at San Jose State, bowl eligible. We're closing in on our Army-Navy game here in a few weeks.
Going to be a good one. Going to be some of the best records we've ever had for Army-Navy.
Absolutely.
Purdue, a 71-yard drive and 12 plays to get the 23-yard field goal from Ben Freehill, who's about to kick off. goes out of bounds. And that'll cost him.
He might have been shimmering too much on that last extra field goal.
That's time for Do Project Smarter, presented by the Home Depot. We were talking to Kevin Kane, the defensive coordinator, yesterday, and he said Will Helt's probably the most improved player on the team. He said he looks like the Undertaker. He's finally starting to play like him. Mark Calloway on the left, the Undertaker, WWE Hall of Famer.
They challenged him, right?
They did. If you want to look like the Undertaker, start playing like him.
Kind of said he has, right?
Yep. Nick Singleton, the direct snap run. They got a couple.
Because they've moved Jenkins more to Will, an outside linebacker and edge, the emergence of Hudson Miller has been big for this football team. What was he, 7th or 8th linebacker at the beginning of the year, and now he's in there starting. Making the tackle right there.
Made his first start against Northwestern, and he has been climbing the ranks. As Gary said, he was buried on the depth chart at the beginning of the year, and now number 40 is one of their best players.
Yeah, that allowed number 4 to play a little bit more on the edge, get more sacks, get into the backfield, what Adrian does well, and Miller's been a good find for this football team.
Let's see if Purdue can come up with a stop. They did the last time Penn State had it. 3rd down and 3 here.
9:44.
There he is. Top of your screen. Part of a trio of receivers to Drew Aller's right, but now he's coming in tight into the slot. Aller looks to the right. Now he's going to run for it and not going to get there. Good job by Purdue's defense. And Will Helt's part of it.
Well, look what Purdue did here. The team that plays man-to-man almost 3 out of 4 plays. They sit in zone on this play. Nowhere to go. Penn State anticipates man-to-man against that bunch. They get zone, stop the play. Now, does Penn State go for it or do they bluff it?
4th and a yard.
Oh, 44's up there.
He's going to take the direct snap.
And he usually dives over.
Tyler Warren, and he has it easy. Almost broke it into the secondary.
Yeah, that was nifty, wasn't it? Looked like he was tiptoeing around to say, well, where am I going to dive over? Then he kind of tiptoes and then bounces it outside.
And picked up 8 yards in doing so. There's a little hesitation, and as Gary said, okay, I found himself an opening. Helt was the guy that got the first contact on him. Not quite sure who that is that's down. Might be Ioane. No, it's J.B. Nelson.
You're gonna like
the boat. I just overdid it.
I'm Madeline Matlock, Junior Legal Counsel.
America's favorite new show is Matlock.
I lost a daughter, so I'm gonna find out who's responsible and get justice.
Matlock. New episodes return on CBS Thursday, December 5th.
J.B. Nelson, big fella, 6'5", 326, heading to the injury tent. Got rolled up on a little bit on that last play.
He's right here. He gets kind of from behind, gets blocked in. That's usually what happens. Drew Shelton falls on him. I think it might have even been Khalil Dinkins, the tight end, number 16 as well, pushing his man that direction.
Assuming it's his left knee, his walk to the tent, we couldn't tell which leg he was limping on, to be honest with you. The big braces and a big fella, and we'll see if he can come back in the lineup before it's over. Drew Aller now splits out as a receiver. Tyler Warren's going to throw it to him. Double pass coming up. Right back to Warren. Haven't seen this one before. Tyler Warren down the sideline and got it 1st and goal.
I'll tell you, they could have thrown it to 2 guys that time because Khalil Dinkins was wide open 20 yards behind the play. On this one, watch him go down the middle of the field, and then as Tyler Warren throws the lateral pass, as Penn State goes fast at the same time, we're showing a great replay.
And score on a touchdown from Nick Singleton. So Tyler Warren, we've seen him do everything, but I don't know that he's completed a pass and caught a pass in the same play. He got it down first and goal. Number 10 did the rest.
And technically it would be a lateral, but I get your point.
That's true.
Right?
Okay. Yeah.
He did throw it overhand, so we can pretend. Going fast after the big play. Trademark college football these days.
Nick Singleton, a 10-yard scamper for the touchdown to cap a 65-yard drive.
Yeah, Purdue has it, what, 6.5 minutes to go. Fourth and a yard, and all of a sudden, from 14-3, it goes most likely 21-3.
And it does on the extra point. So we've seen a little bit of everything from this Penn State offense, including Nick Singleton's fourth rushing touchdown of the year. It's 21-3.
The 3 for Me, only at Chili's, is now available with the all-new Big Smasher Burger, piled up high with nearly half a pound of beef. Or you could settle for just some other burger at a drive-thru. Anyway, gonna need some room, because the 3 for Me still fills up the table with the bottomless drink, all the famous Chili's chips and salsa you can eat, and is still the best deal around at just $10.99. See you later, tiny drive-thru burger. This Chili's 3 for Me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
The big part of the third touchdown drive for Penn State, a 38-yard hookup between Drew Aller and Tyler Warren, and then Nick Singleton capped it off on the ground, 21-3. The world's largest kicker, Gabriel Warsu, with the kickoff. And Purdue will bring it out to the 25.
So here's what gives it away. First of all, Aller is behind here. But watch Khalil Dinkins, number 16. Wide open. I think Khalil's going to come back and in film study go, I know Tyler's really good. I understand that. But, Coach, I'm 20 yards in the open down here.
I didn't see that the first time. And there's the convoy down the sideline.
And he's going to say, can you see me? And when Tyler leads, can I get number 44 when he leads?
So now Purdue 21-3 with 6:04, 2 of their timeouts remaining. Reggie Love with Hudson Card in the backfield, and he'll get the carry, and he's going backward. Loss of about 3. Abdul Carter in on the tackle. Tackle for loss for him, and he's had a lot of those. That's his 17th of the season.
Yeah, and in the last 2 games, Ohio State and Washington, he had 10 tackles, 4 sacks. He's really been coming on.
Leads the Big Ten in tackles for loss and number 2 in sacks. He's one of the semifinalists for the Lott Award. 9 guys, 4 of those from the Big Ten on that list. Hudson Card backpedaling, fires down the middle, got it. Complete to Claire, again the tight end. So both tight ends putting on a show here.
Look at the job the Purdue offensive line did on Abdul Carter on the play. Remember, you got to know where number 11 is all the time. He was right there. We just saw him.
243 yards of offense for Penn State. Purdue 15-yard pickup on the last one, and now it's Love losing a yard.
First thing you got to do when you're playing a passing situation, you got to know where number 11 is. That Purdue offensive line did a nice job on him to give Hudson that time to throw the ball down the middle.
Here's what we were talking about. Picking up the pace, first 7 games in the last couple. Gary mentioned it. 3rd in the country in tackles for loss. Number 1 in the Big Ten. Devin Mockabee back in at tailback with Card in the shotgun on 2nd down and 11. Trying to muster some offense here before halftime. Card got away from the first guy and had to throw it away with the second one bringing him down.
So what happens on the play when Mockabee helps on Abdul Carter on the left side, watch him help on the rush in. That frees up Tony Rojas to go after the quarterback on the scramble because Rojas had number 45. So you give a little bit to help on the guard, but then you take away and free up a guy in the secondary to come up and make the play.
Rojas has had a good first half. Another third down here, 3rd down and 11. Claire, the tight end's in a slot on the left side. Cards going down the sideline. Incomplete. We're going to have a flag. Nope. Guess not. 4th down.
Man-to-man coverage and a 6-man blitz this time. Tom Allen, defensive coordinator, comes after him. Man-to-man outside. Nice switch off, and Cam Miller's right in phase. That was not pass interference.
C.J. Smith, the intended receiver, so Purdue's got to give it up.
It's a little bit what Ohio State did to Purdue on 3rd down passing. They came after them about 3 out of 4 times with an extra rusher, and it gave Purdue huge problems.
Zion Tracy waiting on the punt from Crimmins. Fair catch. Taken. Penn State's got it back. Just under 4 minutes to go in the half. They've got their full complement of timeouts with a 21-3 lead. Season surprises this year. If you looked at the beginning of the year and you started picking guys out and go, yeah, Indiana and Army are both going to be defeated in the middle of November. Right. And Washington State of the defunct Pac-12 is going to be 8-1. And then the downers on the right-hand side, Florida State 1-9.
What's more surprising, IU 10-0 or Florida State 1-9? You can't be wrong.
Yeah, I know. You can just pick one. Nice run by Katron Allen. 1st down. This up about 12.
They have right here. When they keep these 2 guys healthy, Penn State is going to be a load. You know, you got a 3-year quarterback that's been in college football. You got 2 running backs that are veteran running backs. When they're healthy, they got a home playoff game, I might not want to play this.
That's right. And those guys statistically, career-wise, almost identical.
Well, here's that same look again.
Tyler Warren will take the direct snap. No, it's not going to be. It's going to be Katron on the direct snap. I wasn't sure he was going to get the snap. They were right next to each other. So you had the tight end and the tailback standing next to one another.
Yeah, and Drew Aller was out there in that lateral position. You let them know that, hey, if they lateral to me, I could throw it. So Purdue's trying to get aligned the proper way. And when we talked to Ryan Walters about what's the key to giving some type of stop to this Penn State offense, is first of all, if we can line up right, that would be a good start.
Line up right, communicate, and then execute. Now we're back to abnormal setting again, but Aller's a quarterback at least. High snap. Katron Allen straight up the middle. Going to bring up 3rd down. Yeah, we talk about Nicholas Singleton and Katron Allen and how similar their statistics are. Third down at 7 here. Aller looks to the sideline, changes things up, trying to get the call to his offensive line.
It might just be bluffing here. Remember, the 2-minute timeout is coming.
And there it is. So that stops things with a 3rd down and 7 coming up for Penn State. Right now in command here in West Lafayette, up 21-3 about before we went to break. And as Gary said, yeah, these 2 dudes running the rock on a playoff game in cold weather, maybe I'd take their chances. Jenny?
Who better to ask about those 2 than one of the best to ever play that position, Saquon Barkley. Barkley told me that they each bring a different talent. So Allen is great in the hole with jump cuts, breaking tackles, while Singleton, he brings a rare elite level of speed. Guys, Allen told me that this summer all 3 of them got to work out together. The key takeaway there, damn, Saquon is fast.
Yeah, he had a pretty good game the night again.
I know a lot of Giant fans that will attest to that, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely. He's now got the Eagles flying high.
Exactly. The Giant fans are not forgetting that.
3rd down and 7. Empty backfield it was momentarily. Now Allen joins Aller. Tyler Warren is the slot man on the right side. Purdue thinking about a blitz. Aller throws short to Allen in the open field. Not going to get there. Nice job by Purdue.
Nice
job. Keep an eye on him.
And Ness and I, we all thought they had a blitz look, but they disguised it well. Again, they went zone. Watch how they just drop to their spots. Here, 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 here. And then most importantly, after you force the short throw, come out, bracket, and make the tackle.
And they did it beautifully. Got a timeout. 4th and 3 coming up. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
All right, let's run that again.
Geico has fast fair claims 24/7 right on the Geico app.
To file a claim, just tap.
Just tap right here to upload pictures, customer.
Try getting on a first name basis.
Sure. Vicky.
To track your status, just click. Super easy.
They're connecting with the mannequins.
You're doing great, everyone.
Ooh, you're a pro.
Scroll, tap, scroll. Ouch! Oh, I'm cramping.
Yeah, we've all been there.
For savings and service, get more with Geico.
I overdid it. Like a showboat, I just overdid it.
Nittany Lions have a 4th down and 3 upcoming here with 1.5 minutes to go in the half. And they've got Riley Thompson out there to punt.
And that Purdue 3rd down defense was just ranked 124th in college football, giving up 47% of conversions. Came through again there.
Sawinski, fair catch. No, he didn't fair catch. Took it at the 11 and dropped at the 11. And another good job by Turner Muhammad on the special teams to make the tackle. Coming up, Geico halftime report. Adam, Aaron, Rick, and BJ will have highlights and analysis of the day's best games, putting their unique perspective on week 12 of the college football season. Man, it's flown by, hasn't it?
Yep. Let's see how aggressive Penn State is. If they get a 1st down stop with 3 timeouts, do they call the timeouts and try to steal one more possession here?
Purdue, their last drive, Maccabee did most of the damage, and then they had to settle for the field goal down there after finally throwing on a goal-to-go situation. They haven't hit 100 yards in offense yet, but that guy's got most of it.
Yeah, if they get a stop here, Penn State, I suspect James Franklin will take a quick timeout.
Claire, the tight end on the left side, had been in motion. Card, pressure from behind. Got away, still looking. And throws late and out of bounds to the Penn State sideline.
And Corey Stewart did about as good as you could do on Abdul Carter that time. Watch this elite quickness, okay? Watch him come up. Bang! He's going around the outside. Corey Stewart is going, grabs him, and then he pulls away to save a sack on the play.
Had him by the ankles, but Carr got away and threw it away to force a 2nd down at 10.
The move, you know, I mean, this is amazing. He could be an All-American at linebacker and defensive end back-to-back years, huh?
6'3", 252-pounder, wearing that famous number 11 that some other guys for Penn State have worn so well at Penn State and in the pros. Maccabee dropped this time.
Yep, they did.
Dennis Sutton with the loss on the play on Maccabee.
On the 1st down, since it was an incomplete pass, they didn't have to burn one, but a stop here, they're going to try to get the ball back.
Trying to get the ball back with a 21-3 lead and some timeouts yet to use.
Hey, my treat today.
Thank you. But I don't think they take that here.
Of course they take Discover. It's accepted at 99% of places.
99%? I didn't know that.
You're stuck in the past. Unlike me. You look rad.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places nationwide. Earn cash back at all of them.
3rd down and about 12 coming up for Purdue, and Penn State still has timeouts.
Yep, and a Purdue wide receiver has not caught a ball yet. All from the tight end, Claire.
Claire, 3 catches, 51 yards. That's all the receiving on Card's 3 of 11 day throwing the football. Looking to throw here and trying to pick up a 1st down. Card down the middle, got it to a wide out and a 1st down. And Jamal Edrin with a catch.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what happened here. Pretty good protection that allowed time for Edrin to get out there and make the play in the secondary. Good protection, good completion.
Now we're under a minute. Pick up a 17 on that one. Might give Hudson Card a little bit of confidence, too, if they continue to try to move it down the field through the air. Here comes Carter behind. throwing again to the sideline, incomplete. Man, Abdul Carter gives you nightmares of a quarterback.
Yeah, this guy, I mean, obviously he could stay if he wants. I mean, remember his first game of his career was here against Purdue, a 5-star linebacker at that time.
Had a targeting foul on that, didn't he?
He did, yep. He played one play in that game.
Well, he's playing every play like it's his last right now.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's going to be a top 10 pick in the NFL draft. There's no doubt about that. When you can rush the passer with that type of quickness off the edge.
Wearing that Micah Parsons number. He's in his track stance again. This time cuts to the inside, but the throw goes complete to Claire, and he's got another first down. Purdue's got one timeout remaining. 36 seconds. Clock stopped momentarily. Card, quick throw this time. Same guy. Claire broke one tackle. Close to another first down, but not quite. Collins made the stop.
And those 6 inches is going to force Purdue into a timeout. If he could have stretched out another 6 inches, you could line up and spike the football, but now you've got to take the timeout, and obviously you're going to think you can make a first down to stop it again, but no more timeouts left. Purdue's got to figure out a way to get a field goal try here.
Their field goal kicker is long this year, is 45 yards. There's the tight end comparisons today. Both guys, awesome first half. A second down and a yard, 20 seconds remaining, and no timeouts left for the Boilermakers. Try to go to the sideline, or anything completed in the middle of the field, they have to get it down and spike it. But again, trying to give their field goal kicker a shot. Spencer Purath, Indiana State, 45-yard field goal in that opener was his long of the year. So they got a chunk of territory to try to pick up to give him a shot.
They got Carter and Dennis Sutton now aligned together right here. Now a shift across that keeps that Purdue front guessing.
Extra man coming. Carr takes off with it, flag down. He slides down, but again, penalty marker on the play.
And I think Vanover, number 15, says, I was held.
Jerry McGinn, our referee.
Holding. Offense. Number 77. 10-yard penalty from the previous line of scrimmage. Second down.
Muhammad Musa, the guilty party.
Defensive coordinator Tom Allen, aggressive again. A 6-man blitz coming around the outside. And there's the hold right there. Muhammad Musa, was it? Was it enough?
Sort of turned him around.
I know, was it enough?
It's like they were dancing.
Yeah, and Ryan Walters didn't like the call, and I don't blame him on that one.
So now it's going to take a big completion to get a field goal shot. And they might have gotten a big completion. Collins wrapped up with Edrin.
I don't like that defensive call.
Somebody make a call, please.
Yeah, I don't understand. That's the only chance they had is a long pass for a first down with as much time was left.
All right, the side judge said first down. The Penn State player still got the ball.
I know. Are they going to call it a simultaneous catch here?
It would be a 30-yard pickup. Okay, Edrin's got it there. They both have it there.
And now they're going to spike the ball and get a chance for a field goal. I thought Tom Allen was too aggressive there. They should have sat back and forced a short throw.
All right, so 3 seconds remaining.
I think this qualifies as simultaneous.
I do. I just waited on the officials to make the call, but they both had a good grip, that's for sure.
I mean, we're thinking that Purdue is in trouble of having to punt out of their own end zone, and all of a sudden they get a chance to put points on the board. Good finish of this drive.
Ben Freehill will come in. I said Purath earlier, but Freehill's the guy that hit the field goal earlier, and he is the guy they'll call on from 49 yards out.
Timeout, Penn State.
Penn State takes a timeout.
That's their second George timeout.
Let Freehill think about this a little bit more.
Coming into this game against the big three, Notre Dame, Oregon, and Ohio State. You know, they've got a couple more big ones to go in IU and Penn State. Purdue had been outscored 146-7. One-on-one. Go up and get it.
Jamal Edrin going up, and they both got it. But he got it at a first down at the 31-yard line. Great play, really, by both guys.
It really was.
So, Ben Freehill, his only field goal this season was the one we saw earlier in the game from 23 yards out. Now he's going to try one from 49. Freehill's kick to end the half on the way, and it's wide right. Long enough, but it hit the flagpole, not the goalpost. So 21-3 it remains.
And it was not as close as that looked right there. That hit the flagpole, and no.
Yep. That's the way the first half went, and it ends Penn State heading to the locker room with a 21-3 lead after the missed field goal. Fourth-ranked team in the country doing what they need to do in the final stretch of the season. Couple of road games this week, then at Minnesota, then Maryland at home, and that would put them in the playoff. And of course, we still have to see what Indiana and Ohio State are going to do next week, and that'll kind of straighten everything out. James Franklin's having serious conversation with the refs.
He chose the refs over Jenny? What is he doing?
I wouldn't have done that, but he chose that, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to head to Adam Zucker and company instead of Jenny with James Franklin. Geico halftime report coming on the road, the number 4 team in the country with a 21-3 lead. Welcome back, everybody. Brad Nessler, Gary Danielson, Jenny Dell, Dean Sterator. Purdue came up with a couple of stops when they really had to defensively, or it could be worse right now. But Penn State, for a while there, whatever they were dialing up was working.
I think we saw Purdue's maybe their best quarter in a while. I thought they played a really good second quarter, but I think James Franklin tipped off to Jenny at halftime that they want style points. They're in this race. They want to have a home playoff game. They're not going to let the foot off the gas. They're going to want to get an impressive score and not let that committee have any doubt that they want to be seeded with a home game.
You asked him yesterday, he said the style points come into play, and he said, I think it's been that way for a long time. Jenny?
Well, as part of senior day here at Purdue during the halftime, the All-American Marching Band celebrated their senior class, but it was extra significant today, sending off their director of 19 years, Jay Gebhardt. Guys, it was an emotional ceremony down here. You see it written out there, hey Jay, as he got to hint the world's largest drum, and also taking his final ride off of the field here. His entire family was surrounding him, and there were tears in all of their eyes, guys.
That was really cool. We watched it on the Jumbotron during halftime.
All the seniors got to do it, and then he finished up, right?
Good luck, Jay. He'll still be conducting something. And Purdue would like to conduct a scoring drive on the opening of the third quarter, but that's the wrong direction for Maccabee.
And I think the thought was for this Penn State defense is Purdue's going to try to run it right at us. They were successful doing it. We have to cut that off early in this third quarter.
They probably should have kept doing it when they got their field goal drive, because they had run it down the field and Maccabee done most of the work. They had to settle for a field goal. Quarterback comparison so far, Drew Allers only had one miss.
Yeah, well, if they put hurries and pressure, though, in there, if they factor that in there, it might look a little different, right?
No doubt. Here's Maccabee again. This time he falls forward for a couple. He's still going to bring up a third down and long. Dominic DeLuca knocked him off his pins. Third down and almost 9 coming up.
Yeah, and Tom Allen will be able to substitute his 3-man rush look, you know, with outside. He'll have Vanover on one side, and he'll put Abdul Carter in the middle, moving from one linebacker spot to the other. You never know which way 3, 4, 5, or 6 people will be coming at you in different directions.
You saw right behind Abdul Carter, as Gary pointed out, he's right in the middle of the field, right basically over the center. He's going to drop in coverage here. Card again has to backpedal, throws on the run. It's complete, but it's...
Yeah, that's the kind of the defense that I thought they should have ran at the end of the half to keep from Purdue getting a field goal try right there. I think that they'll watch that tape later and say, we're not going to do that. In a big game, we can't give up an opportunity for 3 points. Sit in zone, and there it is. 5 men underneath, 2 deep safeties, and make the throw the ball underneath.
Well short of the first down, so it brings out Keelan Crimmins to punt. They got close on his first punt of the day. This one taken, and a nice return, about 14 yards for Tracy. So that's going to put Penn State in good field position for their opening drive of the third quarter. Our game trends presented by the all-electric Cadillac Lyric. Passing prowess, as we mentioned, Drew Allers only had one incompletion, 166 yards, 2 touchdowns. Tyler Warren, he's just having another Tyler Warren day, really. 119 yards and a score.
Yeah, I thought the big part of this game to get it to 21, that 4th down and short, and then they came back with the double pass.
Yep.
That really got it, and then they went fast. Remember, right after that for the touchdown.
Yep, Singleton scored from 10 yards out after Warren took it 38. There he is in motion.
Singleton with the carry.
Pickup of a couple for Singleton, 2nd down and 8. James Franklin, his 11th year in Happy Valley. 96 wins, 40 losses. Said one of the best records in football if you just throw away the Michigan and Ohio State games every year. This year, no Michigan. Ohio State's already beaten them. That's their only blemish. Haller on a throwback screen, a little bit high, but Singleton captured it. And he's going to be short of the first down by about 2 yards.
Yeah, pretty cool, well-designed play right here. 2nd and long. Give him a different look. Throw the screen back, but there you see it right there. That's just told you about it. Unfortunately, you can't throw out Michigan and Ohio State.
No. This year you can throw one of them out, but not the other one. But with a 12-team playoff, right now they're right where they need to be and want to be at 8-1 and 5-1 in conference play and trying to stay with those leaders. Tyler Warren, direct snap here. He's going to run it all the way behind a tight end block, and here he goes. Tyler Warren is going to take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State. Nobody touched him.
Here's what I'm talking about. When your guys, sometimes the design might be well, your guy's just not good enough. Middle linebacker this time, number 40, right there. Watch, he cannot close the gap on the tight end. Runs across, now watch, he's chasing, does not have the wheels to help him on the play.
Tyler Warren with just the cutback, untouched, 48-yard touchdown. We showed you his receiving numbers. Now he's got one on the ground.
Not pretending it was just him. I'm just saying they just don't have the angles to take to stop the big play.
Extra point is good. Now that didn't take Penn State long. 3 plays, 57 yards. I've been everywhere, man. This guy plays everywhere, man. Every position. And another touchdown on the ground.
I breathe the mountain air, man. On travel I've had my share, man.
Rated R.
28-3 Penn State, a quick scoring drive here in the third quarter.
Yeah, watch everybody does their job here. Center, guard, tackle, tight end, and then pulling around to pin on the play. A perfectly well blocked Dawkins, Wanye, Shelton, and Wormley coming around. That clears it. And I wonder if Purdue was not aligned properly on the play because the reaction in the booth was not a good one.
That's Kevin Kane, the defensive coordinator. Now if we can get Tyler Warren to throw a touchdown pass today, we will have had the trifecta. He scored on a pass from Drew Aller. He had a 48-yard touchdown run just moments ago. Boilermakers will start at the 25-yard line. Next Saturday, big time at 3:30 Eastern here on CBS. We'll see these 4th-ranked Nittany Lions on the road for the 2nd straight week, this time against PJ Fleck's Golden Gophers of Minnesota. It all starts at 2:30 Eastern. CBS College Football Kickoff presented by Honda and State Farm College Football today, right here on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
I can't wait. Ness is going home. He's buying. We're going.
Yeah.
Where are we going?
I don't know. We got nieces. We got nephews. We got college roommates coming.
Not us?
Well, last Thursday night, you treated us here on your home.
What I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Okay, I'll find a pizza place named Arnie's, and we'll go there. Batted down, and then caught by Claire. Tony Rojas got a hand on it, and then number 86 took the ricochet.
Yeah, Claire's not even being thrown to in this one. He looks up, ball's up there. It's like a jump ball, like the Boilermaker basketball team grabbed that one.
Yeah, and they got a big win. Coach Painter and the Boilermakers with a win over number 2 Alabama last night over at Mackey, 87-78. Trey Kaufman-Wren had a career-high 26 points in that basketball win, a big one as Purdue goes to 4-0. Look out, Abdul Carter giving chase.
He got held too. Abdul Carter's really upset on this play. He said, I would have had him if you didn't get him.
And Cam Brown makes the catch.
Watch him come around the outside. I think it's Stewart's going to grab him and slow him down. He grabs his arm and watch him turn around. I would have had a sack.
That could have been number 9.
Exactly. Well, get used to it. If you go in the NFL, you're going to get held a lot.
Yeah. So instead, it's a completion to Cam Brown for a first down. Cut back run by Merriweather. And Jaheim Merriweather with a good game.
And now they're going to call a flag late on this play. I think Amin Vanover is saying he got held on this one.
And here's the call.
Holding. Offense. Number 86. 10-yard penalty from the previous line of scrimmage. Repeat first down.
Yeah, give part of this call to Abdul Carter for complaining on the last one. Coming from this side this time. It's going to be Vanover. Watch right at the end of the play.
There's Claire with the takedown almost.
Yeah, I thought the other one was worse, to tell you the truth.
Kobe King, the guy being held.
I don't know what he did on that one. Vanover kind of ducked right into him. What was he supposed to do, jump out of the way? I did not like that call. He was 15 yards behind the play, too.
Ryan Walters didn't like it either. So first down and 20. Handoff, Merriweather trying to get wide. Another flag.
Abdul Carter got held that time by Stewart. He jumps outside. He's in a wide 9 technique, very wide. And when he skates inside, watch him right here, skate inside and get held
Holding.
right on the play.
Offense, number 71. 10-yard penalty remains first down.
And he does a little dance after he got the flag call. So he's making his impact felt here in the third quarter, as he has all season long.
He's one of those, Penn State has 2 of those players. They have a pressure point player on offense in Warren, number 44, and number 11 on defense. So both coordinators, when you play Penn State, have to account for those guys every snap.
Gets down in his three-point stance here. First and 30. Not a lot of plays for first and 30. We'll see what Card comes up with. He's going to do it himself. Oh, he throws late, but he's over the line of scrimmage, I'm pretty sure. And if not, it's a big gainer to Jamal Edrin, but I thought he was over the line of scrimmage.
Well, it's 2 yards behind the line. It's 1 yard behind the line of scrimmage is the line. The whole body. Oh, yeah, he's crossed the line. That's coming. And that is reviewable, by the way. The quarterback past the line is reviewable.
They better hurry if they're reviewing it. Well, they did finally get the whistle.
That is, or did Penn State call a timeout?
The previous plays under further review, the ruling of the field was a completed pass.
So that is a good job by the replay booth. You're supposed to go as long as you can and buzz it right before the snap.
Well, anybody that couldn't see this wasn't really watching the field or the screen.
Yeah, I think that's coming back.
He was 2 yards over the line of scrimmage, I think.
But the replay official's job is to squeeze as much as you can, make sure you got it in, freeze it before they can snap the next one. Ring down.
Dave Whitboat is our replay official. Jerry McGinn's the guy that's under the cover. The 24-yard line was the line of scrimmage.
Well, you guys just mentioned anybody watching this could easily have seen that James Franklin was down here on the sideline watching the big screen, and he saw that it was beyond the line of scrimmage there. That's why he was going for the timeout, because he didn't know if they were going to replay it. So he was trying to do his best to make sure that everyone knew what was going on down here.
Good call, Jenny. Thanks. Yep. I think this one should be pretty simple.
I actually went into the replay place to ask, that jot this thing right here.
After review, the quarterback was beyond the line of scrimmage at the 20-yard line. It's a legal forward pass. It'll be 5 yards from the 20-yard line. Loss of down from the 25-yard line. The ball will be placed back to the 20. It'll be second down.
I went into the replay and I said, a quarterback throwing is reviewable whether he crossed the line of scrimmage. But is the offensive lineman reviewable if they're more than 3 yards downfield? And they said no. And I go, well, you can do one. Why can't you do that? They go, oh, the rules.
Yeah, we don't want to open that can of worms.
Exactly.
That's right.
We don't make the rules, G. We follow the rules.
So it went from bad to worse. It's second down and 35. I don't think I've said that too often over the past few years. But here we are. I'd like to get about half of this just to give third down a chance. You look at Gus Hartwig, the center, playing his final game here at Ross State.
I don't think they had the first down chains properly set. So the officials took a timeout.
The chains are correct. The clock is correct. Second down. The clock will start on the ready for play.
All right. Thank you, Jerry.
Right now, number 15 and number 11 want sacks. They want stats.
Card's going to run this all the way, trying to follow Love. And Abdul Carter, the guy that made the tackle. So it's not just a pass rusher. He plays the run just as well. He's going to track him down from the backside. Cam Miller shaken up on the play. Or is it Tyrese Mills? I think it's Mills. There's two guys down at Penn State.
Yep. Cam Miller's one of them.
Two guys in the secondary shaken up on the play. We'll check on both when we come back in a minute.
So it's going to come down to this. Can they do it?
Oh no, they missed it! Wait a minute. There's a flag on the play.
And Doug.
Whoa, Limu, we're in a parade. Everyone, customize and save hundreds on car insurance with Liberty Mutual. Customize and save.
And then I wake up.
And you have this dream every night?
Yeah, every night.
I see.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
It isn't the holidays without a little magic. Inside, outside, and everywhere in between. Get everything to make your season jolly, delivered at the speed you need. The holidays have arrived at the Home Depot.
Someone from my past is out to get me. It's on me to keep this family safe. The only way is to find the killer.
Cross on every case you work is Silence of the Lambs.
The Home Depot Big Ten on CBS is sponsored by Prime Video, Coke Zero Sugar, Liberty Mutual Insurance, and by the Home Depot. Oh, we had two guys in the secondary go down on that last play.
Mills right here just kind of gets rolled up from behind again as he falls down.
And in the other part of the field.
Yeah, Cam Miller gets below the belt right here. You were watching the boxing right last night. Can't do that, right?
No, we didn't see too many punches, except the semi-main event was awesome. Main event, not so much. So all is said and done. It's 3rd down and 28. And today only one 3rd down conversion of that any kind of length. This is not the kind of one you're hoping to pick up. 3rd and 28. Card. With a slip screen to the outside. Carter with the tackle.
From behind. Holy cow.
Guy's fast.
Watch that explosiveness.
He's putting on a show today.
Really is. Right here to the outside. And he's on the play, and watch him run it down. Holy man.
Man.
That is scary.
C.J. Smith didn't know what was coming behind him.
Right.
Keelan Crimmins in to punt. Zion Tracy back on the other end. Crimmins' best punt of the day was the one that almost got blocked. Fair catch by Tracy, taken around the 23-yard line. So midway point, 3rd quarter. Number 11, Abdul Carter, putting on some kind of performance for the Penn State defense. Their offense ain't bad either.
I'm the Modelo Recruiter, and I'm looking for fans with good hands and great speed. The ones who stay focused and never miss a play. They go the distance on game day, even when their team is away. I'm always watching, always looking to reward more full-time fans. Because football isn't really football without you.
DSG, family clothing and gear priced to win. Only at Dick's.
All right, Tina, 6 is hard to beat.
Not for us.
Okay, not soccer, but
football.
Yes. We honeymooned here.
Mallorca.
Yes. Pass.
Oh, we don't pass, Tina. Come on.
They help give you more.
A tax professional.
And they have a 97% satisfaction rating.
Salami.
You could have done it in a British accent.
That's helpful, Randy.
For savings and service, get more with Geico.
He's at the 50, the 40, the 25. Yep, Visible Wireless is just $25 a month. Touchdown. A one-line plan, Verizon 5G. That's Visible. Touchdown. No hidden fees and a stable rate? You've got to be kidding me. No need for Hail Mary. Boom goes the piñata. And he's got unlimited room to run thanks to unlimited data. Ring-a-ding-ding. Wait a minute. Visible is now just $20 a month for 2 years. Take the Visible leap.
New CBS December 5th. America has fallen in love with Georgie and Mandy.
You're really wonderful, Georgie Cooper.
I am what you call a catch.
Georgie and Mandy's first marriage is all new. CBS Thursday, December 5th, and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Adam Zucker with this Jeep update. Less than 2 minutes after Bill O'Brien's Boston College squad took the lead on SMU, Kevin Jennings to Jordan Hudson. Perfection as SMU tries to stay perfect in ACC play. They went for 2 and got it. Up 7 right now, guys.
All right, Zuck, thank you. It's a 25-point lead here. Gary, you just want to explain to people that haven't watched Penn State about this guy?
Yeah, that's a pretty good player. And Andy Kolonicki, the offensive coordinator, really puts pressure on the defense by using his best player in a bunch of different spots on the field. So very hard to zero in and double team him. And then on short yardage, I kind of think Purdue was misaligned, but Penn State blocked it perfectly. And that guy had the right guy on short yardage to carry the ball.
Look at the different spots he's been in today. Right now, he's a blocker. Aller throws over the head of Katron Allen. Let's check in with Jenny.
I asked Drew Aller about Tyler Warren, and he told me you cannot pinpoint a single game where Tyler didn't have an impact this year. You can play him everywhere, tell him anything, he'll go out and do it. Aller laughed. He said, you know, I'm pretty lucky. I get to go to Warren, Singleton, and Allen, so I got the best tight end in America and the best backs in the country. It causes so much stress on opposing defenses.
Boy, that is no kidding.
Not a bad offensive line.
Innovative play caller, yeah, for sure. Second down and 10. Aller faked the pitch, got it to Warren on another pitch. And Warren not going to quite get to the first down. But another wrinkle.
And if you just do this over and over again, he's the back guy right here. Watch how calmly he goes through it, expecting the pitch inside, fake it. He's got it. Follows Dinkins, the other tight end, up the hole.
So give Drew Aller another pass completion on that one.
And he's going to be at quarterback now.
You got two tight ends out there, but their other tight end, number 44, is going to take the direct snap. Fakes the run, the pass, I should say, and then easily runs for the first down.
Yeah, you got to give that offensive line, too. You want it up time number 71. Watch the left guard right here. Watch him just stand up inside Brevard, number 91, to get the key block on the play.
Luke Reynolds, their true freshman, number 85, has led the way when Tyler Warren is taking direct snaps on that touchdown run. He was out there leading the way, too, so they got another up-and-comer freshman, 6'4", 248, Luke Reynolds.
And Bo Prabula's in now.
They continue to switch everything up. And end around coming. Here it comes. Read nicely by Will Help. Held his ground.
There it is. The
Undertaker got a tackle.
Yep. He stayed under the play. You never want to go over the top of the play. Coming to the outside, left side of your screen, stays home. Right there. Right side of your screen. Excuse me. I was thinking right, saying left.
Loss of 4 on that play. Good job by Will Help. A year ago, when he played 12 snaps on defense and special teams, and now he's becoming one of their best defenders. Aller, pump fake, now through short to Katron Allen on the run. Got a block by Warren out in front, got a first down and cross midfield.
It shows you when you know how to play quarterback, where you know where your drop-offs are. You follow good coaching here. There's two things you do as a quarterback. First, you climb the pocket, help your offensive line. Climb up the pocket, and then know where your dump-off is. There it is, and let these great athletes pick up yards after catch.
And they did to the 46-yard line and a first down. Aller all day to throw this one. And he's going to wind up, let it fly to the end zone. Touchdown. Easily to Harrison Wallace, who was wide open.
Yeah, another busted coverage. I think it was Antonio Brown, number 11, the safety that came off of his coverage.
46-yard touchdown.
All day to throw, but when you've got deep, you got to stay deep.
And he had plenty of time.
But watch him stop, and there it is.
Threw that baby about 60 yards on a line to an easy number 6. Harrison Wallace for the touchdown. Ryan Barker in for the point after. Up and good.
Well, Ness called it first. He had all day. And that would kind of forced Antonio Stevens, really didn't force it, but came off his coverage thinking that Drew Aller was going to scramble. Well, he didn't. He pulls up, and then it's over.
77 yards in 6 plays. That was the capper, and it's 35-3 Nittany Lions.
Hey, sweetie, you good?
Someone stole my Old Spice antiperspirant. Now I'm smelling like perspirant.
I did. Force 24/7 sweat protection.
You did this to my bits.
Come on, let's go. Get off your... Touchdown!
Mountain Dew. I'm the team mascot, and boy, am I running late. But I got lead in my foot and spirit in my fingers. Oh, what a hit. And if you don't have the right auto insurance coverage, the cost to cover that might tank your season. So get Allstate, save money on auto insurance, and be protected from mayhem, like me. Woo!
The 3 for Me, only at Chili's, is now available with the all-new Big Smasher Burger. Or you can settle for a drive-thru. Plus, get fries, a drink, and bottomless chips and salsa for just $10.99. See you later, tiny drive-thru burger. This Chili's 3 for Me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
Y'all, at Wayfair, there are no rules when it comes to style.
Time out. We can take our own gifts home?
Yes!
Because I'm about to be big game ready.
This happens every year.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Gentlemen.
Hey, Coach. New boots?
Genuine alligator.
Gator? I gotta call Albert. He's not picking up.
There's a gladiator that's entertained us the 2 times we've had him. Prepare to be entertained after 24 years in the making. See the highly anticipated sequel to Ridley Scott's masterpiece, Gladiator 2. Get your tickets to the biggest movie of the year, only in theaters, November 22nd. This guy could have been in that movie. He's even bleeding for us on the right side of his arm.
Yeah, that was gladiator-ish right there.
It very much was. Russell Crowe would be proud to have Tyler Warren.
Yeah, if you're casting and he walks in,
you're
got
my
a
guy.
good shot.
You're my guy.
That's right. I mean, Russell Crowe might pick him.
Ridley Scott might too. And Purdue will start at the 25. Let's take you back to the touchdown.
What's been happening all game, right? They're going to throw the ball to 44, right? I mean, if he's open, they're going to throw it. But watch in the middle of this play. We were talking about Antonio Stevens coming off of his coverage. Well, look what happens right here. He sees number 44. Surely he's going to throw the ball to number 44, right? He leaves his cover.
I forgot about number 6.
That's what happens when you create a pressure point. You get people on defense leaving their coverage, getting out of discipline, and looking for that guy.
So not even catching the ball, he had a major impact. And we got a change at quarterback. Ryan Brown in for the Boilermakers. And a loss of a yard or 2 on the play. Jalen Harvey, true freshman, in on the stop.
And here's the part of the game that Penn State's going to be careful about. Jaden Harvey's a true freshman, a player that's important to their future. He has only played in 1 game so far. 3 games left. That means he can play in the last 3 games. The playoffs do not count. So he's free to play, and he's getting some playing time. If you've had 2 or 3 games,
so he can still redshirt.
Yeah, he can still redshirt. Yep.
Brown in trouble. Trying to run out of it. Sidearms it in and out of Edrin's hands. This guy played really well against Illinois.
Yes.
There's his numbers on the season. want to go back to that redshirt thing. It's something that drives you crazy in that all coaches now are trying to worry about that, and if they just had a different rule as far as how many years you
I just think you should get 5 years. I mean, but see, they're trying to add up all these games that players had. You get blowouts, and you're afraid to put the young players in because you don't want to burn a game.
And you can't get them any experience if you don't put them. 3rd down and 11. Here comes a blitz from Abdul Carter up the middle. And down he goes. Not Carter, but Keziah Izzard with a sack.
They put Denai Dennis Sutton and Abdul Carter together, and they kind of forced him into Keziah Izzard for the sack. Might give Abdul Carter half a sack on it.
I think he'd take it.
Oh, there it is, Max Lair. Did that happen on that overthrown pass? Is that when that happened?
I don't know, but it looks like a shoulder issue.
Yes. Kind of like a clavicle type thing, right? Looked like Ted Johnson in that Oregon game. Same look.
Crimmins been a busy punter. Tracy fields this one, made the first guy miss and almost made the second, but a good job. And now we got an injury on the guy that made as Nick Levy, the long snapper. And hopefully it's just a cramp, but he made the tackle and tried to get up and he can't move his leg.
Yeah.
Oop. Okay.
That's a pretty good tackle for a long snapper.
Sure was. Well, we're talking about Gary bought on Thursday night at Arnie's, his favorite spot back in the day. Now, those prices, that's when Gary was here in college.
That's right.
They were not quite like that on Thursday night, but it was nice to see my partner pick up the check, and it was delicious pizza.
Well, that's the first place I ate in Lafayette.
When you were getting recruited?
It was Mike Phipps took me there, and then we went and watched a really good movie together after.
You know, the recruiting has changed a little bit since Gary's day. Mike Phipps, an All-American, took him out for pizza, and then they went to Swiss Family Robinson.
It was a good movie.
Swiss Family Robinson was a movie. Was Bambi an old Yeller sold out or what? I don't know.
That's I signed. That's the only thing, right?
You must have loved the pizza because that movie wasn't that good.
Yeah, we had a great time. Arnie's still there. I had the taste for it.
I'm sorry. Swiss Family Robinson movie. Oh boy.
He's been laughing for 3 weeks.
Oh my!
I told you this.
Yeah, I know. I actually knew that one from like a year ago, but every time it comes up, I can't stop laughing.
Yep. My recruiting trip was Swiss Family Robinson.
2nd down and 10. Pravila on the keeper.
Yeah, I think
Drew Aller's
that
day.
Shot. We've seen the end of Drew Aller in this game.
I would think.
Not bad.
Not bad, huh?
Yeah.
He came in with a completion percentage of 70%, much better than that today for 247 and 3 scoring tosses, which gives him 16 for the year.
Can you have a quiet for 17 for 19?
I guess it seemed like it. 3rd down and 8. Empty backfield. And now we're going to bring Corey Smith back over. Another true freshman getting some work.
Yeah, he's only played 1 game, though. So if they want to redshirt him, he can only play in 3 more.
And that knuckleball is caught. Going to be close to the 1st down. Khalil Dinkins.
Well, you look at the score and you think maybe Drew Aller's day is done because of that, but he actually might have got nicked up a little bit. After each throw, he would be limping a little bit. Now, remember, it was back on October 26th, the second half against Wisconsin. He went out with an apparent left leg injury, and it looked like he got stepped on a left ankle in this game. He was favoring that right side. I spoke to him earlier this week. He said he was feeling good, but as you can see on the sidelines now, guys.
Yeah, it may be, Jenny, but he got the backup offensive lineman in the game as well. I think if Drew Aller, if this was a tight game, he'd be limping out there still playing, I think.
Jenny's right, though. He definitely got stepped on the ankle, and he was limping after that. Got a man open and got him in stride, but he dropped it. Anthony Ivey, incomplete. And Anthony would love a second chance at that pass.
Man coverage. Nope, they're in zone. They fake the outside play, get deep, and can't throw it any better or drop it any worse.
Yep, that's right. Well said. And the reaction, ooh,
yeah.
I put it right on him.
Especially if you're known as a runner. You know, you're like, oh, man, come on. I mean, they're tagging me as a running quarterback. I just had one.
Now he will run. And he might do what he couldn't get to his receiver. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Penn State. 49 yards.
You just wonder where the undisciplined defense is from Purdue on this play. Someone has to account for the quarterback on the keep. It's a zone read. Everybody runs this play. You can never allow a running quarterback to have that option. No one was there. Defensive end crashes. Was he supposed to have the quarterback? Or was there supposed to be a linebacker that was scraping to handle that keeper?
And Penn State with another touchdown. Purdue now the holder. So he threw a perfect pass that was dropped. He had a perfect run that scored a touchdown, and now try to put it down for his kicker, Ryan Barker.
What happened?
Does, and the extra point is good. 59 yards in just 5 plays, but the biggest chunk of that was number 9. Bo Pribula takes it to the end zone. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year, and Penn State dominating here in West Lafayette. Well, another weapon. Not that he hasn't been all season long, and rotating in with Drew Aller. In fact, in the game a week ago, Drew Aller wasn't in. Penn State had 3 touchdowns, and he hadn't taken a snap.
Yeah, well, Bo really came through in the Wisconsin game for Penn State when, as Jenny told you, Drew got nicked on that game. He came in and guided him in through the victory in that tight Penn State game.
Tyler Warren and Pribula had the 3 touchdowns before Aller took a snap last week. And maybe their most dominant game so far, according to Coach Franklin, but he might change his mind and talk about this one as well. Next Saturday, Soccer Championship Saturday here on CBS, starting at noon Eastern with USL Championship. Then at 7:30, which team will reign supreme? And WSL Championship matches in prime time with our live coverage starting at 7:30 next Saturday on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus. Earlier today on CBS, Washington won on penalty kicks to secure their spot, and they'll await the winner of tomorrow's match between Orlando and Kansas City. So we got soccer next Saturday, and then we'll be in Minnesota, and then soccer to end the day. 32 seconds left here, 3rd quarter. Brown on the give, the handoff to Love.
Yeah, 12 men on the field, though, for Penn State.
And the ball comes out at the end. And Reggie Love not getting up very quickly either.
Yeah. This is what James Franklin was complaining about, that Purdue had a substitution and they were not allowed to substitute. Got a late substitute, and they may pick this up.
Legal substitution, defense, 12 players on the field. 5-yard penalty, remains 1st down.
Yeah, you can see that. That's what he was talking about at halftime to the officials.
He said that's a bad call.
Yep.
That's a bad call. Coach Franklin steamed up on the sideline. And the quarter might come to a close here before we have another snap. Max Clear has his helmet on as if he might come back in the lineup, but it's not going to be this quarter. We played 3, and number 4, Penn State, all over Purdue. The end of 3, 42-3. Nittany Lions showing their stuff here on the road.
It's the truck. Get 0% APR on select 2024 Sierra 1500 models. That's over $8,900 total value when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Plus, no monthly payments until next year.
She's just my little auntie.
I know. You just got that stare, you know, that look like she can see straight through you. Is the temperature, is it okay?
Wishing you the joy of connection at the Lincoln Wishlist sales event. Right now, lease the 2024 Lincoln Nautilus Premier for $653 a month for 36 months.
CBS News New York, your home for the biggest stories.
Home Depot Big Ten on CBS. 15 minutes remaining. We head to the fourth quarter. Brad Nessler, Gary Danielson, Jenny Dell, Gene Steratore, and a sparse crowd in West Lafayette now, as the Boilermakers bitten handled by the Nittany Lions 42-3. Evan Maccabee on the carry. Antoine Belgrave Shorter, another true freshman in the defensive lineup, made the tackle. So Penn State's getting some of those guys that have not seen a lot of time, but are the future of their team in on defense and offense, for that matter.
I think that rule will be changed very, very quickly. It's probably the last year of the 4-game minimum or maximum to get a red shirt. I think they'll just go 5 years after this year.
Brown deep into some coverage, incomplete. Cam Miller broke it up.
Yeah, and in perfect phase. It's exactly how you have to play defense.
C.J. Smith down on the play for Purdue.
You have to stay right on his hip, play it, and then attack. When his hands go up, your hands go up.
And C.J. Smith's helmet hit hard on the turf as he's trying to make this catch.
Yeah, it might have been. I thought maybe it was Cam Miller's too, hitting the turf, both of them. And this is where you're happy to have grass, I'll tell you that.
And
Penn State.
Aller, plenty of time, but now running out of it. Good gain. He's going to get a first down.
Warren, quarterback draw to his left. It's open. 40, 35, Tyler Warren. Touchdown, Penn State.
A look at our IHG hotels and resorts game recap. Penn State, unstoppable offense. Pretty much everything they've dialed up today has worked. Tyler Warren, another superstar performance. Drew Aller, not too bad as well. C.J. Smith is up and on his way to the Purdue locker room after being shaken up on that last play. Welcome back to the booth, everybody. Well, we saw Penn State against USC, and now we're getting another look at them today. Your impression? They're getting better, aren't they?
Yeah, you're going to play a really good football game against them because they take care of the ball, and they have defensive players with a lot of speed. It's not Abdul Carter. They're kind of loaded all the way across, and I think the improvement in Drew Aller is a big difference in this team.
He's almost perfect today. And Purdue, meanwhile, going to their number 2 quarterback, who has that one thrown incomplete, almost intercepted, and it brings up 4th down.
Yeah, just hide. No way Morissette could get that one, and they are lucky that that did not end up in an interception, because that one could have gone the other way.
Crimmins comes in to punt again. Zion Tracy waiting back around the 20-yard line for the Nittany Lions.
He goes end over end on every kick.
It does.
Yep.
Backpedaling, taking the fair catch. Oh, he didn't fair catch, I guess. Tracy with a little nifty couple-yard return. And it's the long snapper again, and that's the second time he's been down, and I think he's just
cramping up again, right? I think. No, he didn't fair catch.
And then they just let him go.
Yeah, I thought the Purdue felt that he was forward progress and the whistle was going to blow.
Nick Levy is the guy that's down for the second time today.
Maybe tired out, running down on all.
Well, yeah, he's been on a lot of punts, that's for sure.
It's like, usually, you know, don't run that much, coach.
And while we check on him, I think Jenny has some other injury updates.
Yes, so Reggie Love was back out on the field, so that's good news. DB Smiley Bradford, he is out for the rest of the game, dealing with a left ankle injury. It's wrapped up with ice. And as you just saw, C.J. Smith in the locker room right now getting tested for a concussion, guys.
Yeah, a lot of fallen soldiers here for Purdue. It's going to be a losing effort and will be their 9th straight loss. So you had injury to insult. Meanwhile, Penn State back on offense at the 15-yard line. Their possessions this half, 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns. Here's the freshman going for about 4 yards, Corey Smith. Let's take a look right now. Fresh fun fact of the game presented by Fresh Pet. Get your popcorn ready. I did not know this. In the 20s, Orville Redenbacher played tuba in the All-American Purdue marching band and then went on. We had some of that. Jenny was cooking some of that up in the microwave on a trailer today. Man, that had a lot of butter on it. It smelled great.
I had some of that at Swiss Family Robinson, right?
What did you have to drink?
That was, yeah, big Pepsi, you know. At the end of that show, you really got to make sure you got your popcorn left.
Absolutely. Yeah. One of Lane Kiffin's famous lines when we did one of their games. Get your popcorn ready.
It didn't work out that day.
It didn't work out that day.
But it's working out pretty good this year.
It is, yeah. Boiler up. It's boiler down right now, though. Even the sign's upside down. 3rd down and 2. See if Purdue can boiler up and get a stop on Penn State. It's going to be a run here, and they will get a stop. Purdue drop for a loss by Drake Carlson.
Yeah, Carlson had him wrapped up. Did he end up with it and spun it out? It looks like they're faking the pitch. Then they're going to run counter inside. But Big Drake came in and wrapped him up and then got some help from his teammates.
So Riley Thompson will have to punt for Penn State. And that is Andrew Sawinski waiting for it for the Boilermakers. Only Thompson's 3rd punt. They're a man short. And now they're set. Oh, they got some motion, so it's going to be 4th down and 9.
Penn State called timeout first.
Timeout. Penn State, their first of the half. It'll be a 30.
James Franklin still fired up. He's still coaching hard with a 42-3 lead. Not happy with his special teams.
This is when you.
Coors Light. Choose chill.
The Home Depot Big Ten on CBS is sponsored by Coors Light, State Farm, Copilot Plus PC, and by Edward Jones. Don't forget, later in the game, it's the play of the game presented by Jersey Mike Subs.
That might be tough to pick out.
It would be, yeah.
Right?
I'm pretty sure it's going to be a Penn State play.
Yes, we are. We are halfway there.
So Riley Thompson set to punt for Penn State at the 12-minute mark. Andrew Sawinski playing his final game at Ross-Ade, back as the punt returner. End over end. Punt's going to take a Penn State roll inside the 30-yard line, around the 29.5. CBS tomorrow. Justin Hartley stars in the show critics are calling a must-watch. It's a new tracker. CBS tomorrow after 60 Minutes and streaming on Paramount Plus. And of course, 60 Minutes will follow.
Just thinking about this season for Purdue. We've known Ryan for a long time as a player.
Yep. All
the way up the ranks as a coach. Bright future, got this job. And this has been a nightmare season for him. The big games. Notre Dame, Oregon, Ohio State outscored 146-7, and then today 42-3. Just a tough matchup for this team.
Still playing as hard as they can. Jaheim Merriweather, the true freshman, nice run.
Yes, we talked to him. He was very confident that he's got plans that he's going to change for coming in for next year. Made obviously the big decision he made this year was changing offensive coordinators.
He became the play caller.
Yep, Graham Harrell was let go. He wanted a different look, but these losses, man, when you got that happening to you. Oh, they're not. They call that face mask. Is that what they got?
I think so. There was a stiff arm and then a face mask to follow. DeJuan Lane right there.
Yep.
Personal foul, face mask, defense, number 10, 15-yard penalty from the end of the run, automatic first down.
So the worst that can happen is when you have a bad year and your biggest rival, IU, has a once-in-a-lifetime year, basically, right?
Yeah. Indiana plays Ohio State, and then it's the old bucket game. There's from our pylon, AT&T pylon cam, the face mask on the way out of bounds. So first down by penalty. This is one of the deeper penetrations for Purdue other than their field goal drive at the 25. Brown wants to throw it back to the near side, and then one of the coaches caught that one.
Yeah, again, well defended. The discipline of, this Penn State defense, every time Purdue tries one of those throwbacks or trick plays, it's not there.
They're waiting on it.
Yes.
Yep. Some freshmen and sophomores playing on that secondary right now for Penn State.
Yeah, everybody that came on the plane's going to get on the field here today for Penn State.
2nd and 10. Brown has to scramble, direct some traffic, and now he'll get what he can, get out of bounds around the 20. Brown against Illinois in that overtime loss. Threw for 297 and 3 touchdowns and ran for over 100 on 17 carries.
And Oregon came to count, right?
Yeah.
And then it was a little tougher.
3 for 11 today, which is even under their average on third down conversions for the year. Claire, the tight end, back in there, so that's good to see. And they're going to throw it to him. Jump stop, first down, heading to the end zone, the corner, and got there. Touchdown, Boilermakers.
So what does Penn State love to run with their tight end? The wheel route. And that's exactly what Purdue gave to him. They gave him a motion wheel route. Motion, wheel, and then you get the one-on-one with the safety. Watch this. This is exactly Penn State. I probably took the play from Penn State. Perfect. There it is. And now it's one-on-one. And Claire beats it into the end zone.
So finally a touchdown for the Boilermakers and for Max Claire, his 3rd of the year. It's Jalen Harvey, another true freshman who's down for Penn State on the play. And they're working on his left leg.
Edge player in the game, defensive edge.
6'2", 250-pound freshman.
Right there, left side of your screen right here. Oh, yeah, just he did it himself. He hyperextended his knee on the play, his left knee. Ducking under Corey Stewart's block, and that's when he did it. Oh, that's too bad. True freshman getting an opportunity to play.
Right.
Only played in one game all year. They've been saving him. You know, he's got a bright future, and I'm sure he will, no matter what after this. But they save him till the end of the year when he can play his last 3 games and not, you know, lose his red shirt, and all of a sudden he's got a knee he's dealing with.
Ben Freehill in for the point after.
And as you mentioned, Ness, I mean, we do know that Penn State's got their backs up in there, but Purdue continues to play as well as they can, effort-wise.
Max Clare, who was shaken up earlier in the game, catches this one, gets around the DB, hits the end zone to cap a 70-yard drive for the touchdown.
The firefighter you're gonna be. This life that I'm building, I want it with you.
It's my job to make him a firefighter my way.
Fire Country is all new. CBS Friday, 9/8 Central.
42-10, Penn State, just under 10 minutes to go in this one. Let's take a look at the Modelo game changer. And as Gary said, this dude causes offensive coordinator headaches.
Yeah, whether he's lining up at the defensive end spot on a passing situation, lined up in the spy spot in the middle, stunting or running a play down from behind. Look at that type of athlete, disciplined, never gives up on a play. And you watch tape, he just pops.
Abdul Carter, quite a player.
You multiply that 11 by 4, you got the other guy that's a game changer.
Yeah, that's right. Some news and notes from around college football. Kurt Cignetti, who we just saw a week ago, agrees to a contract extension. Nice deal for the coach. Tulane clinched a spot in the AAC title game, 3rd straight season with 9 wins or more. Boise and San Jose State tonight on CBS Sports Network. That should be a good one.
How about Coach Cignetti goes from IUP to James Madison to $72 million. Put in 27 years of work.
Yeah, he's 63 years old. He deserves the dough.
Yep.
And what a job, and what a big game coming up against Ohio State next week. Corey Smith, nice little sidestep. Got close to 10.
You know, the question about Penn State is similar to the question that we have about IU. You know, as you watch this play, and Corey Davis right there, you just say, is it the schedule a little bit that's helping IU? They haven't really played until Ohio State. Penn State has really played one ranked team, Ohio State, and they lost to them. So it's still, you know, sometimes it's who you play, but to me, this Penn State team has a lot of talent.
Yep. They're solid every spot, including tailback of the future. Corey Smith again.
Yeah, Corey Smith had a 78-yard run on his second carry against Washington. But you look at the strength of schedules right here. There, IU schedule sticks out. How about right across from them?
Yeah, draw a line.
Georgia.
Draw a line right there.
Look at the contrast between those two teams.
First in strength of schedule, but out of the playoff picture right now, if everything ended, would be Georgia. Indiana still got some work to do. Even though they're perfect at 10-0, they've got 2 big games left, especially next week. Smith again. Nope, this one's a keeper for Purdue, and he got it to the tight end. Another true freshman in Luke Reynolds. Jenny.
Well, you're just looking at some of the rankings over there. This is the first time ever the Big Ten has 4 of the top 5 teams. I spoke with Abdul Carter about it earlier this week, and he said, I finally feel like the Big Ten has getting some of the recognition that they deserve. They've been underrated for some time. Finally getting some recognition out there, guys.
Yeah, that's 5 spots.
Yeah, you know, I think it happened. As Jenny said, it's been a little slow, but I think Ohio State's game against Georgia in the semifinal, and then Michigan last year, has carried over. They've raised the bar.
Nice open field tackle. Good play defensively.
When you're putting a team together and you see Ohio State, Penn State, Michigan, Oregon, you know what you got to do to compete in this league right now.
Hudari Hines, another freshman, and on the stop, got around the offensive lineman, made a nice tackle. As we're under 7.5 to go in the game, midway point, fourth quarter. Abdul Carter, his day's done. Very productive one again. Third down at 5. Van's not quitting.
Penn State had to take a timeout because they had 5 men in the backfield. And James Franklin's very upset with his football team.
That's the second time an alignment has caused a timeout, and he's been pretty perturbed about both of them. Back in 30 seconds, 7 minutes to go here in West Lafayette.
I teach the art of fanology, a job I take seriously. As to the question of nature versus nurture, is a fan born or is a fan made? I know this. Our game can make a fan out of anyone. And at Fandom U, we take it to a whole new level. The NCAA Championships. Attendance is encouraged. Passion is mandatory. Buy your seats today at ncaa.com/tickets. Class dismissed.
Back to the action after the timeout. Third down at 5. Brabilla overshot his tight end. Reynolds incomplete. Brings up fourth down.
And if you know when you get it the most from a coach is when you're winning. When you're behind, they're like, all right, come on, guys, we're still in this thing, you know, all right, we're okay, we're okay. But when you got a big lead, you make a mistake. You see the injured player going off the field for Penn State right there. That's Harvey. You just, you know, the coach is always going to jump in when you got the lead. He's making a point out of every mistake you make.
Yep. Sawinski has to call fair catch, takes it at the 14-yard line. Still to come, Adam, Aaron, Rick, and BJ put the finishing touches on this one and bring you the best highlights of the day on the U.S. Army postgame show. Purdue scored on their last drive, capped off a 70-yard touchdown. 70-yard drive, I should say, the touchdown to clear the tight end.
One thing we did ask Ryan Walters about is coming back next year, and he assumes he is. Are you going to continue to run the offense and call the plays? He said, no, not going to. I've already got someone in mind that I'm bringing in. Well, you're getting some young, hungry, healthy, fast defensive players for Penn State right now, right?
Yeah. They're getting their shot. Yep. This ain't practice.
They're fresh. They've been sitting around. They've been practicing scout team. They haven't been playing some of these guys, and they're ready to hit somebody.
Second down at 12. Here they come. Brown had to get rid of it in a hurry. Completes it to the 20 and pelted out of bounds is Maccabee.
And a Kenny Worsley, number 17 in coverage, another freshman out there. Most of the field now are really young players, second, probably even third team players in the game right now.
That was Andrew Sawinski on the completion, beg your pardon. He's been run back punts or trying to. Now getting in the act as a receiver there. Nate's third down, a little easier, third down at 5. Claire, the tight end, comes out wide to the left. Brown's looking the other way and now in trouble. Not going to get this one away. Sacked by Amin Vanover.
Yeah, he's been in there all game. He's been with the first group. He's listed as a backup for denied Dennis Sutton, number 33 extra edge. But Sutton has been struggling with injuries and a bit nicked up. They don't want to force him and get him out of there, and he's been playing most of the game.
Boy, he split a double team just to get there.
He did. There's Dennis Sutton right there.
Slapping him on the helmet. Backpedaling. Gonna get a return on this one. And a good one. Knocked out of bounds around the 48-yard line. Take a look at the standings in the Big Ten. Indiana and Oregon perfect at 10-0. Ohio State a win over Northwestern today. We can now say that Penn State's going to go into that category at 9-1 and 6-1. And the remaining schedule for the top 4 teams: Oregon at Wisconsin tonight, and then against Washington. Indiana and Ohio State getting together next week. And for the Nittany Lions, it's Minnesota next week in Minneapolis. We'll have that one for you. And then they wrap things up with Maryland at home.
So the interesting thing about Indiana here right now is the contrast of their schedule and then having to play Ohio State. Okay, so if they got to go in there, I mean, if they win, great. If they play well, we kind of watch them. They're a very good football team. But does it look, how many points? Does there have to be a number, or with one loss, are they in automatically? I think that's the big decision that's going to come towards that last weekend of choosing teams. Of course, they can make it easy by winning it.
Exactly, yeah. Smith going to be a couple yards shy, 3 yards shy of the first down. Brings up third, the 4-minute mark.
I'm just thinking the only contrast I'm thinking of is IU goes in there, and well, let's just suppose, I'm not playing, so I'm not trying to jinx them. Let's say they lose by 17, and Michigan only loses by 10. Now people have got a contrast. So there's a lot of things that are going to be happening. But in my mind, the season that IU has had with one loss, I think they should be in.
I do too. They're down at 2. Corey Smith waits and waits and then gets the extra yard he needed for the first down. And he gives the first down. After he's sure he's got the first down, he gives the indicator.
Yeah, these backs, and don't say, well, he's a little guy. That has nothing to do with it. You got to play for Boise State right now. That's a little guy that's doing really well, right?
Yep, you'll see him tonight on CBS Sports Network.
No such thing as a little guy to be a running back. You got legs, quickness, vision, you can play.
Brabula fires down the seam, out of the hands of Tysier Denmark, freshman who put it right on him, and he dropped it.
Yep, another freshman. They feel very highly about his future. Been saving him and hit him right in the face mask.
I don't know if that got on him a little quicker than he expected or what, but it was right in the glass.
Yeah, by the time he looked back, you're right. That ball was anticipated, hit him right in the visor. Good anticipated throw that time by Bo.
Back to Smith. Nice open field tackle and a loss on the play. Joseph Jefferson with the stop. Should wrap up Tyler Warren, the bow on him, I guess, the package he gave us today. Most of that came in the first half. 7 of the catches anyway, 127 yards and a touchdown run.
Yeah, 190 yards ain't bad, right?
I think it's a formality who's going to win the Mackey Award.
Yes, I do too.
The top tight end in the country. Brabula down the middle, got his man. There's the tight end, Luke Reynolds.
I'll tell you, Bo Brabula is showing something right here. Watch this throw. He steps right into the face of the pass rush. Coming across the middle of the field, open, nice delivery. Brabula's going to get a stunt inside. Watch it right at him. He can feel this guy coming and lets it go beautifully.
And a 21-yard pickup. And we worked our way down to the 2-minute timeout.
Are you having fun?
REM, Man on the Moon, like Neil Armstrong.
They put a man on the moon.
We got a man on the moon, and we got the Beaver Moon, the Super Moon here in mid-November in Indiana.
You ready to learn? NCIS Origins is all new. CBS Monday, November 25th.
Tonight on CBS begins with NCIS Origins, followed by back-to-back episodes of 48 Hours. That's tonight on CBS. Whoa. The Super Moon, also known as the Beaver Moon. Back in the day, that was the best time to start trapping beavers. Was about right now. Little known knowledge.
Let the wheel route.
And Reynolds for the touchdown. Luke Reynolds, and he's an excited freshman tight end.
Yep, giving everybody a chance. All the hard practice. Give everybody really nice play here. They kind of give you a little motion. Watch a little flow here, and then the wheel to the side right there for the touchdown. Watch out, flow, and then you get the wheel. Man, that's
wide open.
About 4 touchdowns in this game, wide open.
Yep.
Well-designed plays or poorly defended. You take your pick.
This guy's saying, you know what? Tyler Warren gets all the pub, and I'm pretty good for a freshman. Extra point is good. And the lead goes to 49-10, Penn State.
Good job. Yep, backups. That's why he was on him so hard. Finish this game, do your job.
52-yard drive in 7 plays. Took exactly 3 minutes. That is a fired-up tight end right there.
Yeah, why not, right? I thought Bo Prabilla was very impressive this game, by the way.
Yeah, he was. And not just running the ball, throwing the ball.
Absolutely. He has really improved. He was kind of recruited as an athlete, a running quarterback, and he's just gotten better and better. No doubt in my mind, he could handle this #1 job at Penn State if he had to.
Gabriel Wosu, world's largest kicker, 6'6", 285 pounds, set to kick off again. And Sawinski is going to call a fair catch. Purdue will bring it out to the 25 with all 3 of their timeouts and 1:51 to go. Tyler Warren didn't quite catch as many passes as he did the first time we saw him this year, but was just as effective.
So they needed him more last time, right?
That's right. They needed all the points they had against USC. Not so much today.
I thought those 2 plays by Drew Aller in that game turned this season around for Penn State.
One was a 4th down to keep the drive going.
Yeah, I think both of them were. That comes in mind against USC in that game. Drew Aller, the first one was with 4:30 to go, 4th and 7, and Fleming catches it. And then the next one with 3:45 to go, 4th and 10, he has to elude the pass rush and then dumps it off at the end for the Singleton. Very, very big drive to keep that Penn State team in that game. They had to have that drive.
Christian Gelab in at quarterback.
One show.
Hey.
Yep.
Jumping the route and almost picking it off was DeJuan Lane.
Yep, DeJuan Lane cuts it off, and that would have ball been thrown half a foot less. That would have been more points on the board.
So Sawinski almost had one hand on it, thought he was going to make a one-handed catch, and instead knocked down beautifully. So there's the present and the future at tight end for Penn State. Luke Reynolds and
yeah, he's got his hair going already.
He's got the same thing working.
Going to get the headband next year.
Got to get the beard going a little bit.
Right.
3rd down and 9. Gelab run this and got the first down. Christian Gelab with a first down run.
Yeah, nice opportunity for him to play in this game, right?
Shows his wheels. And the clock running down, under 45 seconds to go in the ball game. Might be coming up the final play of the ball game. There's a blitz. He'll let one fly down the near sideline.
Nice.
And he throws a strike.
Nice throw.
And a nice catch by Rigby. Shamar Rigby with a grab. Got his feet down.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, Penn State came after Christian on that throw. Stepped into it, put it right there. Kind of gets bumped down on the, did he even go down? Yeah, right at the end of it he did.
That gets it to the 36-yard line with a first down.
I really never have any problem with backups, whether Penn State's scoring on that last drive or what's happening. You know, finish the game. These guys all practice all week, all year.
Blitz coming again. Yellow throws a little bit low, incomplete. And we're down to 14 ticks remaining.
Yeah, to play big time, you know, college football, whether a walk-on, a graduate, whatever, first, second, third team, you're going through off-season program. You're staying here all summer and get an opportunity to play, go play.
That's what these backups are doing right now here in the final seconds at Ross-Ade Stadium.
Here they come.
This one trying to take it wide. And that will be the final play of the ball game, I think.
Yeah, they kept the clock running on that one. They won't get it off.
That'll do it. 49-10 is the final score. Penn State goes to 9-1, 6-1 in league play. Boilermakers lose their 9th straight game, go to 1-9 and 0-7. Tyler Warren again starring in this movie. He's the subject of our plays of the game, presented by Jersey Mike Sub. Steve Jones on the play-by-play for Penn State Radio.
Quarterback is Warren. Far side is Aller. Motion by Singleton. Throws far side to Aller. Drew's got it. Throws back to Warren. Here's the blocking in front. 45, 40, 30 near sideline. 25, 20, 15 to the 10. And taken down inside the 10-yard line. First and goal for the Nittany Lions. Warren, quarterback draw to his left. It's open. 40, 35, 30, 15, 10, 5. Tyler Warren. Touchdown, Penn State. He does it all.
He sure does, Steve. Steve Jones with a call. He and Jack Ham in their 25th year together, calling Penn State on Penn State Radio. And Jenny's with the stars of the game.
Abdul, as a defensive player, you like to make things a little chaotic out there. How were you able to be so disruptive today?
Yeah, I just try to go out there, do my job, be the best I can be so my teammates can make plays. And when they do that job, I make plays, and we did that today.
There were so many players that added up to come to make this team win. How do you define this offense?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just super stressful for defenses to go against. I think you saw it on really whoever was in the game. Like it was really cool seeing a lot of young guys get in the game, a lot of guys that have put in the time and work, and then they finally got their opportunity and capitalized on it today.
Finishing off this season, looking ahead to the playoffs, what's the mentality of this team?
I mean, I think it's just about going 1-0 next week and putting ourselves in a position to, be successful when that time comes. But it just matters about whoever we got next week.
Congratulations, you guys.
You got the Golden Gophers next week. Drew, we're going to be there to watch you again. 49-10 is the final. It's going to wrap it up from Ross-Ade Stadium for us. For Gary Danielson, Jenny Dell, Gene Steratore, our entire CBS crew. Brad Nessler saying so long from West Lafayette. Final score again, 4th-ranked Nittany Lions 49, Purdue 10. Tonight on CBS begins with NCIS Origins, followed by back-to-back episodes of 48 Hours. We'll send you over to Adam Zucker and company for the U.S. Army postgame show right after these messages. So long from West Lafayette. See you in Minneapolis next week.
I got 4,200 barrels of oil I got to move out of here every day.
He's got the world on his shoulders. It's not an easy job.
The landman is